Ooh, that was like on beat. On live.
Ooh, hello.
What up, everybody?
Happy Sunday evening time this time. Look at that. Whoosh. All over the place.
We love evening time, folks, okay?
Bonus.
That's what we're all about here.
So we can kind of do what we want, really.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, this is kind of freeing. It's an extra one, so it's like, honestly, right now, if I was disappointed for some reason, you know, if Headbug told me to screw off instead of saying hey, I could just quit right now. I'd be like, okay,
Done.
Here's your bonus. I'm out. But no, here we are, folks. Okay. With a little cosmic jive, in fact. How do you like that?
Ooh, you know, big fan. Been kind of a bum lately. Dude hasn't put any new stuff out in a while, so
I'm surprised. I'm surprised you've heard of Cosmic Jive, man.
Yeah.
I thought I stumbled upon some deep underground shit, but apparently he's more well known than I thought.
there are dozens of us.
Alrighty. So tonight, not only did we owe you something a little extra because there's no video coming out this month, so here's your extra stream. But we just had a lot of stuff to talk about that we didn't get to the last episode, so lots of fun tonight. As you see in the thumbnail, we've got Dean Withers freaking out. That'll be one of the first things we visit. Kevin's favorite political streamer, Dean Withers.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Big fan.
I was waiting for your objection, but then again, for a second, I thought you were going to trick me and be like, well,
I'm a big fan of Bill Withers, dude. Lovely Day is one of my favorite songs. Just the Two of Us, which is one of like 13 songs that Will Smith stole from somebody. What else we got? Keep On Using Me. I love me some Bill Withers, dude.
Will Smith is like a Elvis situation where he just stole all of his songs.
Oh, the whole Big Willie style album is just a bunch of 70s beats jacked. Terrible.
People have been, I don't know if it's like my environment specifically, but people have been really hating on Elvis lately. Have you noticed this?
Which
There's Elvis hate. Well, I mean, there's lots of things to hate, I guess. People say that he's very, he stole a style that's not necessarily his. Also, young women.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I like how you led with the, you kind of went easy on him at first.
He died on the shitter. Is that real?
Probably. I wouldn't know because he was in the CIA, so you can never really trust any of those things.
Headbug says, I hate how dead Elvis is. Well, I got something to tell you. You haven't seen the pictures, clearly.
Oh, you think he's still around, huh? He's hanging out with David Bowie and Prince.
He is one of those that they make the whole, oh, is he still, Tupac's still alive too? They're fucking underground.
Yeah. Dude, they're hanging out on an island somewhere. How would we know? Dude, how much do you think it would cost 5 or 10 of the wealthiest people around to just pay Google to be like, remove this island off of Google Maps? You know, just don't put it there. Who's going to go out to the middle of the damn ocean to confirm it for you?
That's right. That's right.
That's what I would do if I had the money.
Oh, boy.
I'd die at some meme number that I can't think of. Not 69. We'd have to get more.
69 420.
Ooh. Die at 42.
Right, exactly.
A tragic smelting accident.
That'll happen. You just predicted it. So welcome in, folks. Yeah, so Dean Withers. Okay, we've got some Dean Withers to get to. That'll be fun. MrBeast versus the Thumbnails. Okay, this is one of the stories that we're kind of late on. We missed over the past week. Liver King as well. Lots developed there. We'll get to some Liver King stuff. Some anti-Hassan stuff for Kevin's pleasure. Some Dad versus the Creator Clash. Even some LA Beast versus the Creator Clash. We are not done kicking them while they're down, Kevin.
Good. Where should we be?
And then we've got some Amanda Bynes, some Aiden Ross, some Willie Mack Show, some Ethan Klein drama. All of it is coming to you live here at the Clout Route. What's up with that, folks?
Big day. Big bonus day.
So Kevin, what have you been up to? How was your weekend? See, usually when we do the Sunday show, I get to ask you how your weekend was. Just because it's a little later doesn't mean I don't get to ask.
That's right. Yeah, it's true. It's been a wild weekend, Danny. I am very low on sleep, to be honest with you. Carnage Fight Series 2 was incredible. I think there were a lot of injuries. How will I say that? I almost made it, Danny. I made it through.
That's good, right?
That's great for the entertainment value and all that stuff. Like you feel bad for the fighters, but the crowd was entertained. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, of course, dude. I mean, they know what they're signing up for.
I'm doing good PR for you. I'm letting you be like, of course I care about the.
Oh, dude, that's not an act. You hear me talk about fighter safety on the pay-per-views all the time.
I'm glad somebody needs to.
We got, I can't say baptized at this point. I might have gotten covered in other people's blood.
Don't do that.
At work more than I have in my own fights previously. So at this point, it's just part of the job. But we made it to the final round of the final fight, Danny, and then in the last few seconds, we got covered in blood. So that was cool. But it was a long drive home. So after a successful show, we still got to tear down. I think I got to bed around 4 a.m. So I was really glad that we had a 6 p.m. start time instead of an 11 a.m. start time.
So see, it all worked out perfectly, and it all worked out perfectly with the chat too. Look, we've got Sleek the Geek, we've got Headbug, we've got V-Dub. We even have executive producer Poland Spring in the audience tonight. Let's get a humming a hey
boss
for Poland Spring.
This isn't part of my review, is it?
And they want to continue this, Kevin. Okay, I'm trying to fight back the allegations, and you got to help me. We've ascended. Okay, we're not podcast anymore. It's not a podcast, okay? Get over it. This is not what a podcast is, okay? This is what a live show is. It's live. It happens live. We talk to you live. And I feel personally that you get the most value out of the entertainment if you are engaging with us live. So thank you, all of you here live with us right now. Hit those live fingers to that live like button and give us all of your live likes.
Yeah. Wait, is that some kind of witchcraft spell?
Yes, it's forcing them all to like and share to their mothers. Okay, we actually had a foot soldier down, one unsubscription today, and I was like, oh, oh, how dare they? It was the Dean Withers was a step too far. They unsubscribed, so you got to tell your mother, Mom, it's time to make a YouTube account. Hey, brother. You don't refer to your brother as brother
Yeah,
Kevin.
I call him, Brother Nevik. That's what we're just all last name, so it gets a little confusing. But yeah, I'll hit him up. I'll be like, hey, bro, make an account, like and subscribe so we can make up for the fact that a Draco Malfoy fanboy has left the group.
Oh, wow.
Hey, vaping alligator. That's who I first thought it was. You're like, here, can we make a thumbnail? I'm like, what in the Hogwarts is this shit? Who is this guy?
This guy's probably got some warts on his hog. That's
You know
how they get down these days? They don't care about the protection. They're just loosey-goosey about it. They're like, what? Who cares, dude? YOLO, you only live once. They still say that, right? And they're just raw dogging it out here, you know?
That sounds very un-Gen Z to me.
Well, I'm glad you folks are all here. Let's get into it, okay? Without further ado, Okay, we're talking about Draco Malfoy himself. I mean, that is good. I'll give you that one, Kevin. That's a good one. I like that. That's what I pay you the big bucks for, okay? the Draco Malfoy call out, because he does look. He does. Okay, he really does. Why are my DMs open?
Holy shit, look at his dude. Wow, dude. Okay, well, I guess everyone knows
this is a soy face right because from the jump, dude.
We put it in the thumbnail, but does this seem like a rant that's just about your vape? Like, just without even having heard it yet, just watching 5 seconds of that. Ooh,
he's got he's very passionate right here from the jump, Kevin. So let's hear Dean Withers. Okay, Withers. Why is Withers just such a weird last name to me? It seems like an evil villain or something like
because
that.
Did you watch The Simpsons a lot? You're like,
oh, right. Smithers, the Withers. Dean Smithers, dude. That's what he's going to look like in 20 years. He's going to be Dean Smithers because he's going to have the fucking Larry David going on or the Smithers going on, I guess, in his case. But
he might go full Burns. I don't know. It seems like, look at that.
Oh, wait, Mr. Burns is the one I'm thinking of. Which one's Smithers?
That's his little
the butler or something, right?
Yeah, butler. That's a good way to put it. That's a much better way of putting it than what I was about to say.
His
so
gimp?
That's good. We don't have to bleep yours out. Yep. Yes. Yep.
You know, teaser for, you heard it here first, everybody. Teaser for Tuesday. We'll be talking about gimps with Bunny and Maggot on Tuesday's show. Okay, Tuesday at 7. It's gonna be a little later. Make sure you're there. Teaser intro right in the middle of the show. I'm gonna be posting about it tomorrow and stuff, so don't worry. But yeah, I gotta ask. I guess now that we've brought up gimps, I've got to ask Bunny what she thinks about gimps. You know, Maggot, what do you think about gimps?
I'm glad you promoted that. I guess I have some research to do between now and Tuesday.
That's appropriate conversation for two opinionated women online, right? What do you think about gimps?
What could go wrong? I think that'll be perfect.
And then we show them then we show them this clip. What do you think about gimps? Well, here's a gimp.
I would say this. Luckily, this will be a StreamYard show, because if it weren't Danny, I would be incredibly nervous right now thinking about what kind of gimp suit did Danny order off of Amazon. That he was gonna say, "Hey, Kev, we got a bit tonight. Just for like 10 minutes. Not a big deal. You're just gonna put you in this little leather bound get up here.
I gotta unzip to give commentary. I gotta pause real quick.
Yeah. Like, no, we'll leave the mouth unzipped for you. I promise.
The ball gag out. Okay, no ball gag. Anyways, let's get into Dean Withers. What are we talking about? Dean, this is what the show is all about. Okay, Dean, tell me what's up, dude. What's up with your anxiety right now? What's going on? How you feeling, Dean?
Pen. I'm sorry that I have anxiety. Okay, and honestly, yeah, it is kind of the fault of people like you that want to come up here and bully and berate me over something that I don't do. Okay, so cut the shit. It's not a vape. All right, it's an anxiety pin, and
it's clearly not working, my guy. It is not working.
He goes very nuclear very quick. You don't really get all the context. It cuts weird at the very beginning. So you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? And then he gets to, quit saying that I'm smoking vape, okay? It's not vape, you nerds. It's fucking anxiety pen. Okay, so we've got to define some things here, okay? What the fuck thank you, Chris. Thank you. Took the
exactly
words
what I said too.
Right,
so we're
from
all
my
on
mouth.
The same wavelength right there.
So anxiety pen. And I'm like, what is anxiety pen? Okay. So here's a good comparison. Have you seen these ads? Headbugs is a CBD vape pen. Okay. That would be what I call my anxiety pen. Okay? But no. Okay. Have you seen these ads that YouTubers do where they do like this fume little, like, it looks like a vape, but it's just like a stick that you insert like little cotton balls that have like flavor on them. Okay.
Ooh,
And
delicious.
you screw it up and it's just air circulating through that little flavor packet that you have in there. Okay. So it's not like any kind of illicit substance or nicotine or tobacco or anything. It's just air, flavored air. Okay. It sounds fucking stupid, but it sounds like my oral fixation, like the cigarette thing, like the puff. Maybe I could handle it, with that kind of thing, but I would never. Now, when I researched anxiety pen specifically, they talk about like it's herbal things and it's like blah, blah, blah. So maybe it's not exactly the fume pen, but that's kind of that's the connection I make in my brain. No CBD, no tobacco, as far as I know. Now, maybe chat can correct me, but I'm pretty sure that that's the case.
I've also seen, I had to look into this as well myself, because I was like, what the hell is an anxiety pen? And like, what? It just sounds like what everyone would call their vape. Have you ever seen footage of someone who can't find their vape? Dude, it's the most frantic. I can quit at any time, just not right fucking now. And if I don't find it in the next 3 minutes, I will claw your eyeballs out. So I just thought that's what an anxiety pen was. So I had to look it up, and I think some of them have like melatonin in them as well. So people are like,
put me to
go to bed. Yeah,
nice.
Dude.
Okay.
All right. I don't mind that, but I don't know, Danny. It's a tough one because I also have a hard time, especially once you watch the rest of this clip. You guys tell me if you disagree. Now that I know an anxiety pen could just be someone breathing air in and out of a device, it's really hard to see it as anything else other than a fucking pacifier.
I mean, essential. It is. That's what it is. Okay. That's what it is. I think there may be a little lesson, Kevin, in what you just said. I don't know if you meant this or not. You are genius like this, so you probably meant it.
Well, no.
But yeah, like maybe, you have the pacifier when you're a kid and then eventually you get rid of it, right? You grow out of the pacifier thing. And we're kind of like looking bizarrely at children that move into like higher ages where they're still sucking on a pacifier, or maybe they like switch to their thumb and now they're in fucking 5th grade and they're sucking on their thumb still or whatever. Okay, Dean, here's where we start, dude. Ditch the anxiety pen. If you want to fucking cool off, dude, get a cigarette for real. I'm not advocating for you to smoke cigarettes, but like the easiest way for me to chill out when I was your age
was a little bit of nicotine, brother. Go on, dude.
Give me a little, like
then you can switch the anxiety pen when you're trying to quit the addictive substance. At least then you got a good excuse for it.
This is the difference between when I was his age and now. It's like, me, I wouldn't carry on like this when I was your age because my anxiety was curbed by the pen that I sucked on. It was called a cigarette. You're just sucking on some air fucking thing and you're still crazy, dude. Okay. It has not helped you. We have not.
Back in my day, they gave kids like Dean what we called an anxiety paper bag.
What happened to anxiety medicine? Maybe. Isn't that what these youngins are advocates for to begin with? They're like, you should be on your meds, get your shit treated. That's what it's for. We're pro meds. And this dude's like, I'm sucking on a fucking stick to cure my anxiety. No, take medicine, get meds, and you're clearly fucked.
I'm anti meds, so I'm with you here.
All right.
I think he should just try good old fashioned cold turkey. Just like, I don't. It's weird.
Couple sips, I hear. Well,
could you like do something different? Like maybe not during the show, but like, could you maybe like chew gum or something if you had an oral fixation? You're trying to not get too anxious. I don't know, dude. It's just a weird solution to this problem that I think just kind of enables it further. And we'll see whether or not the rest of this clip.
I was going to say, we're talking all over Dean. Maybe we should let him speak for himself.
Fair use is very hot right now. And we're just trying to lead the
minute
forefront.
TikTok. Okay. We don't want to get sued by Dean.
Dude, we can get you 22 minutes. You can run this with ads on CBS, baby.
Never before have two middle-aged men have this much to say about Dean Withers. I don't know if that's a good thing or not.
God, the amount of times that I've asked you to respect me and respect my anxiety pin.
What was this? I mean, it sounds like you need to be in theater.
That I don't do. Okay, so cut the shit. It's not a vape. All right, it's an anxiety pin. And God, the amount of times that I've asked you to respect me and respect my anxiety pin is at this point getting ridiculous, Codia. So please,
justified crash out
for the fine.
What was that too? Codia?
Dude, this guy.
He's climaxing while he's having this fucking tirade.
Holy shit, man. What's the... He's got a future in Hollywood. I'm just trying to think of the perfect role here.
Ridiculous. These guys all know, dude. Welcome in, Hash. Nice to see you.
I know we just got Paul Dano as the Riddler, so you know we got to go somewhere outside. But he feels like just an over the top. Like Matt Reeves could make use out of this guy. Is all I'm saying.
Well, this is how they do it now.
Joker Part 2.
This is how they do it now. Okay, like this is how. For a while there, it was like wrestlers. Wrestlers had a direct line to like Hollywood. You know, they'd get their chops in wrestling, and then they'd be, you know, The Rock was the next movie star. This is what they do now, Kevin. Okay, they bust their chops on TikTok, and then they become movie stars. Okay, he's like, this is his demo reel.
There we go.
You know what I mean? That's not anxiety. It's my anxiety pad.
It is. Bug said Jason Todd. This would be a very modern take on a Robin character, right? Like Batman. It's my anxiety pin, God damn it. You said you wouldn't bring it up in front of Two-Face. It's incredibly embarrassing. I need you to respect my boundaries.
Batman's like scolding him. He's like, there will not be a Robin suit in my Batcave that has a pacifier incorporated with the bat symbol on it. Or no, it's Robin, so it's the R or whatever, right?
Robin, how many times have I told you not to put a fidget spinner on your staff?
Well, that's like those are like he just needs ninja stars, okay? You switch it up. You know, it's the same difference, right?
You just see him, you see Alfred stitching up his fingers like every week. It's like, yeah, Master Bruce. Young Master Jason won't stop fidgeting with his ninja stars.
All right.
We gotta get that kid on Ritalin. Let's
let him speak. All right.
I know, and for the billionth time, will you please just respect the fact that it's not a vape and that it's an anxiety pin?
What the fuck?
It's a goddamn anxiety pen. Get it right.
What flavor is your vape?
Yo, you really got me.
Get the fuck. Just
for this.
Get the fuck out.
Get him out.
I hate women.
Oh, I do feel bad for him, man. Like he's having a moment here.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If this is a genuine moment, this is kind of cool or whatever, but I almost feel like I'm getting baited. Like they were like, okay, let's do this. And then they set all this up because some of him going on here is like ridiculous. Like that whole last bit, like what you were like when you said the Riddler or whatever, like this whole he puts on this little show.
Getting ridiculous, Codia. So please,
justified crash out
for the final and for the billionth time, will you please just respect the fact that it's not a vape and that it's an anxiety pin?
Yeah, like what is that? What is that?
I'm dying.
It's an anxiety pen. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, dude? I feel like
God.
It's the vape that broke fucking the camel's back, the camel man on the cigarette pack, okay? Joe Camel. The vape pen that broke Joe Camel's back, dude.
Man, like you know what I was trying to say.
You were doing one of his. You're doing one of those bits.
Yeah, I was just doing a little bit there. The worst part about it is if it's not performative, Danny, and that's why I tend to also lean into the idea that maybe this is some bait. If it's not, this is exactly what the folks that he's trying to attract with the whatever the point of this show is. Like, he's bringing people on to debate them, and then he's letting them know, the quickest way to get under my skin and to get me to completely fall apart is just mention my vape pen. Like, why would you do that? You think that's going to make it stop at all? Like, you just made it 10 times worse. Look, I saw you one time. I saw you one time on some Twitter clip where you were arguing with 20 of the most aggressive and not super smart people that I've ever seen collected for a video. And that was it. And I was like, okay, kind of weird that all these 20-year-olds are arguing politics, but that's fine. That's social media. Have fun, kids. But now here I am, and it's all just because you're freaking out about your pacifier, dude. And I feel real bad for you. Maybe switch to radio is what I would do.
And Headbuck has a good point here. Okay, what does Donald Trump have to do with this? Okay, this is a TikTok that he cut or whatever, and we got. Why do you support Donald Trump? What is I support Donald Trump because he doesn't mention my anxiety pen when we talk. Okay. He's a real man.
It's the best.
He knows
it's
the
best. I have the best. That's what they're about to be Trump anxiety pens. Okay. It's the art of the deal. You'll never be anxious across the table. You'll say, hey, it's the best anxiety pen. Everyone says, wow, what a pen.
He always goes on about how he's never done drugs or whatever and drank alcohol and blah, blah, blah. He's like, listen here, okay? Never smoked a cigarette, never drank a drop, okay? Never smoked on the marijuana. But these anxiety pens, I tell you what, okay, Dean Withers got me onto the anxiety pens.
Dean Withers, he sang Lovely Day. You remember that? It's a lovely day without anxiety.
He acts like he's a Biden fan, but we all know who he really voted for. At least I do, because I see the results. Okay, I know who he really voted for, people. Oh, Hash says, what's this? I'm so confused. I just came into emotional screeching, and the only context I have is weed pen. I mean, we don't have. That's what we all started with.
That about sums it up, to be honest.
We're on the same page here. He is irrationally flipping out about his weed pen. Well,
I think what happened, Hash, is
anxiety pen
is currently suspended from Hogwarts, and he's really mad because he thought Slytherin had a real shot at the Quidditch Cup this year. And so now he's getting bullied, and he's really, really just on edge.
Is that how they do their, like, this is like his Superman disguise? Like, he's a wizard, but during the day, like, his day job is political commentary. And that's actually his wand that he's playing with there. A wizard can't ever be without his wand.
It's not a vape, it's my wand. We got to get this guy to King Cobra.
It's a phoenix feather wand. Okay.
Hey, Danny. This guy will pay $500 for a thinner wand.
Oh, welcome,
Got
Shadow.
a dead praying mantis glued on it. What up, Shadow?
All right, let's let Dean carry on here, okay?
It's a goddamn anxiety pen. Get it right.
What flavor is your vape?
Yo, you really got me.
Get the fuck. Just
for this.
get the.
This bit.
Get
what
the
is
fuck out.
That's fake.
Get him out.
I hate women.
Okay, get out. You get out too. You fucking weirdo. What, dude?
Do you vape?
Do you vape?
Parker, do you vape?
Parker, do you vape?
No, it's a damn fucking anxiety pen.
Oh, so he's doing it too.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, they both
What?
have it?
Okay,
this is
Joe, you
bad.
suck. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next guest.
There you go.
Yeah,
people.
it's bad partnership here. You can't be enabling each other. It's not good.
It's an anxiety pen.
It's all just a ruse. They're just in some kind of fucking MLM for anxiety pens and like bullshit.
Was that an ad for
They're
Fume,
just-
honestly?
They're just out here trying to sell us fidget spinners.
But really, though, times have changed. Okay, yeah.
Dude, I was bullet, man. If I had anxiety, I would just say it was a fucking vape. Yes, 100%. Why didn't we think of this sooner? Just say, yeah, fuck you. Yeah, it's a vape. It's a fucking jewel. What of it?
These kids clearly have never smoked a cigarette. That's the problem. Okay, like when we were kids. Okay, when I was a kid, it was our parents' generation. They thought it was very cool to smoke cigarettes. So they all did, all of them did. So when I was a kid, obviously my parents smoked cigarettes. My mom didn't actually. My dad did. My mom was too busy having kids. She couldn't smoke cigarettes. My dad did though. And he smoked them all the time. So I thought it was cool. So as a kid, I'm stealing his cigarettes, He'd keep them in the freezer. I'm stealing them and we're going out behind the camper out back. Like, oh, God, dude, what the fuck? We don't even know how to inhale it. We're just like, whoa, this is cool. But, clearly these kids never had the temptation of smoking a cigarette and then knew that oh God, okay, this is why they smoke them. This is really why dad smoked all those cigarettes. Okay. Because it chills me out, dude. Okay. Chill out.
6 minutes of peace and quiet in the garage.
I mean, I think that's part of it too. Isn't there it's all of it. It's like a cathartic practice. We're really Marlboro, call me. Okay. It's, the whole thing is not only is it chemically fucking me up, and chilling me out, but just the idea of getting away from everybody and doing my own thing for a second. For a second too. It's only a second. It's a little second of not wanting to beat your wife,
That really is a
I'm kidding.
ad from the 50s.
I'm kidding, okay? Don't Ethan Klein me. You call fucking it's not CPS. I don't know what you call for
Like it's just a regular
domestic
cop for that one, Danny. Be careful.
Right. Please don't, okay? I love my wife. We are in a loving marriage, in fact. Okay? Nothing to worry about. That's what a serial killer.
That's what a wife beater would say. I think.
Okay, well, the only way to get myself out of this situation,
what that stupid bitch say about me?
Move on.
They're usually pretty obvious, those guys.
What does stupid bitch say about me? Okay, so you know what? Now that we're on the topic of Dean Withers is beating back the allegations. He says, I would never take an illicit substance like nicotine in your nerdy vape pens. Okay, this is anxiety pen. This is air only. I did go on this whole thing of kids these days don't know about cigarettes and blah blah blah, but I think I'm wrong, honestly, when I show you this next clip. I can say that all I want, but Aiden Ross is proof in the pudding that kids are getting into much worse things these days than just stealing cigarettes out of the
Oh, did Aiden Ross steal my pudding idea? Damn it. I knew that was going to happen. Someone was bound to do it.
This is old, okay? This is just something I wanted to laugh about. Since we were laughing about Aiden's zits and hairy back the other week, it's interesting to me to just talk about how much of a piece of shit loser this guy is. He really is. This guy's pathetic. I mean, go watch our whole fucking stream on him with Trump. That was another pathetic fucking moment for him. I mean, you can like Trump, do your thing, whatever, but to suck his dick so blatantly on your live stream for, hours, God, that was embarrassing, dude. To sit up there and try to dance with Trump, okay, fuck yourself, dude. But I digress. Let's watch Aiden have a moment with God here, okay? Chris said, bro, that back hair scared me. I mean, yeah, okay. I'm with you there, buddy. Check this out. Interesting.
Yo, this is
So I talked about like
Ooh.
drug use, but I think that there's like he's got like a RFK Jr. problem here, except instead of like brain worms, it's maybe like aren't there like what are the worms that make your butt itch and stuff? Isn't there something about that?
Oh, it was like a tapeworm?
Tapeworm, you know, or
Is
like
it
whatever it is.
ringworm?
Like
I don't
you ever
know.
see that?
Luckily, worm-free.
Worm-free
Worm-free since 93, baby. Proud of it. Yes. Don't ask me about anything from 1992 on.
We were on the same.
That'll be on a
wavelength
members
there,
only show, okay?
buddy. But no, like the worms that crawl out of the dog's butt in that one clip where the Uber driver's delivering your food or whatever. You know, they've got your McDonald's and there's like the dog crawls over from the passenger seat to the driver's seat, and there's just like a twinkle fingers of worms coming out of its butthole. Couple of them fall out into the DoorDash meal, and then they deliver it.
No, I didn't know
Aiden's
they
got
had
the problem.
these horror films on the internet. Disgusting.
He's digging deep. Okay, what is he digging for? Okay,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
is this digging for gold? He's on flock. He's digging. This is Jankum. Okay, Jankum relapse.
Oh, okay. He's harvesting.
He's harvesting. Oh.
Ooh,
How do people watch this motherfucker? Okay.
Oh, no, what? No.
Like, what a kid.
I'm not actually itching my butthole, you fucking idiots, bro.
Duh, Kevin, you fucking idiot.
Fair. Yeah, he definitely got me.
What the fuck, dude? Really though, him making those noises and stuff like the and like twitching out like that, like what do you actually think he's on? He's like a cocaine
The
out or
spectrum?
something, right?
Oh, sorry. That was
That too.
inappropriate.
Maybe it's those two things in concert.
Everybody, you know, we're all a little
it's a spectrum for a
it's
reason.
a spectrum
Kevin,
for
okay?
Thank you, dude. We really are on the same wavelength today, Danny. Thank you.
We're on the same side of the spectrum, I feel.
Also that, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how people watch this and be like, you know, unless we're getting played, Kevin. This is a bit just like Dean Withers, you know. It's not.
Dude,
he's
this
not
guy,
actually scratching his butthole. Okay,
he's like the Andy Kaufman of his time.
Exactly. Well, here, let's listen to more. Stop fingering your hole, chat says.
But you should. This is what you should do. Bring your Samsung. Stream my stream. It doesn't matter. Stream my stream.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I got a shit, bro. I don't know what's going on in my butthole, bro. It's itchy. I have worms or something in there, bro.
But the shitting is
I didn't realize
telltale cocaine, right?
You were foreshadowing with the whole worms thing, huh? Well done. Well done. Danny, I'm not really sure. Do we have any former cocaine enthusiasts in the chat that don't mind? I won't pull it up on screen. All right.
Anybody in chat, tell me about your cocaine shits.
That thin veneer of anonymity. That's the word I was looking for.
Jay's got the right idea. She says that's where he's keeping his stash. He's digging up there for a reason, you know. He's got to pull out that bag. He crossed the border with that shit, okay?
It's the most reasonable place to put it. I mean, who wants to look underneath someone's bathroom sink?
I can't go.
You're the weird one if you're down there looking, to be honest. And then I've got you dead to rights. What the hell are you doing down there? I mean, not me, the hypothetical me, Danny. That's not been. What were we talking about?
Maybe he's got hemorrhoids from sitting in the chair all day. Did you see this? Chris is on to something here. I think that might be it. You know, we've all heard Hassan talk about how sitting on his ass for 9 hours or whatever has resulted in painful hemorrhoids and embarrassing ones where sometimes he can't eat. Like he's got to take a day off to medically recover. You know, we've all heard about this.
Oh, yeah. I actually missed that one. Damn. I'm not surprised. That's a
All right, Aiden, tell me more about your butthole.
I don't know. I'm fucking know what's going on. My fucking asshole's so fucking itchy, bro. I don't know why my asshole's so itchy. I swear to God, okay.
Sorry, I meant
Bro,
Louis C.K.
I don't know what it is, bro. I don't fucking know. I shower. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
Is it something to be like mid convo and be like, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Okay. I can't tell by the smell clearly what's going on with my asshole.
Wow, he's really is that okay? Coke this celeb party recently. Oh,
you
God,
know,
yeah. That's
what did you
happens
contract at that
when all
Diddy
the baby
party?
oil in America is confiscated. All right, and it's part of discovery. Now everybody goes home with itchy.
Yeah, I mean, he needs baby wipes or a bidet, maybe. Maybe he just has a shitty asshole.
Oh, that is
Man,
probably the answer. Honestly, yeah.
Imagine
he probably is
being
just still living like he's 12, dude. Showers every 4 days.
Imagine being this old and rich, and you just no one's ever taught him how to groom himself. Is he fatherless because of the back hair, the back knee, the itchy butthole, the infrequent showers, the cocaine abuse? You know, it's something your dad would tell you, like, no, you shouldn't do that. Except my dad, you know. I mean, maybe Aiden has a dad like my dad.
Maybe his dad sells it, you know.
I can remember one time from my teenage. This was when I was old enough to actually know what the fuck was going on. Okay, I think my dad had just bought me a GameCube. Okay, he bought me a GameCube, and I was stoked playing Smash Bros. What was it, Melee back then? Whatever it was. And I had said something like, to my stepmom, like, like, I want to show dad what I'm doing on the game, or like, what's dad up to? Are we gonna go to the movies tonight or something? I just asked where my dad's at, and she's like, he's across the street in that garage over there doing an 8-ball. And I was like, oh,
pool.
And I didn't even really know what that meant. I mean, like, I was old enough that, like, if she said Coke, I'd been like, oh, you know, what the fuck? But she just said he's over there doing an 8-ball or whatever, and I was like, okay. And then I think back on that, like, my stepmother was just so forthcoming with she's just a truth teller, I guess. She said, hey, he's over there doing an 8-ball. What do you expect? Maybe I'll catch him at 3 a.m. He'll still be here. He'll be grinding his teeth, sitting on the couch, sweating. He'll be like, what do you got for me, son? I'm like, Dad, give me one of those anxiety pens and we got a deal. I'll be sitting here showing you Super Smash Bros. Melee all night.
He's going to tell you he's got a great business idea. It's not a great business idea. And all you can drink buffet is a horrible business idea. Your father is just on a bender. Okay. Leave the Vicks out on the counter so he can breathe tomorrow.
All right, Aiden. Well, enough of your poopy butthole. We've got more important things to talk about, okay? Seriously, though. Seriously, how it is amazing to me how these XQCs, these fucking XQC with his embarrassing room filled with delivery food, and Asmongold with his roof falling through and roaches crawling on him, and Aiden Ross can't bathe himself or wash his ass, okay? What's up with these motherfuckers, okay? You're so rich. Just, like, be clean. Honestly, like, me as just a normal guy, I'd rather be clean, right? Just rather be clean. You get dirty, you get sweaty sometimes. I'd rather be clean. And if I was rich and all I did was sit on my ass, I'd rather be clean. Okay? What the fuck? Do all your cocaine or whatever on stream and laugh. And you could even do the dig in your butthole bit, but maybe you should not have worms and you should be clean and bathed.
This was here we have a little preview of Danny's dad coming back after a coke bender.
Hey, Danny, fuck the trolls. Appreciate.
I am never removing that from the studio.
That'd be my dad now. Now, like he'd be like, yeah, they. If I answered his calls, it would be that. It'd be like, "Hey, Daddy, I see what you're doing online. Fuck the trolls, okay?"
Hey, Danny, I'm across the street. You got $40 towards an 8-ball? I'll get you back next week, I swear.
You mind if I do an 8-ball in your garage, son? I got nowhere else to go, okay? Oh, dear.
I know, honestly, that was the best cameo.
The Cobra. It's funny, like, what was the price differential between Cobra and Bo Blacks? Because Cobra's won.
Cobra's was half the price, and that was with the
Okay.
expedited shipping.
What a fucking product that man is selling, because half the price and twice as good as what a fucking Bo Blacks is shilling out to you, okay? I mean, he can say daddy as many times as he wants, Daddy Kev. It's still nowhere near as funny as fucking... Yeah.
I'm not going to make fun of you because you're bald. Don't ask me why I have it memorized, all right?
Daddy Kev. Oh, goodness gracious. Let's see here. What do I want to get to? Where are we at in the stream? How are we looking? 45 minutes. Not too bad. Okay, for a for Dean Withers and Aiden Ross, you know, almost to halftime. Talking about two corrupted 20-somethings, okay? These guys need real help, okay? They thought we were bad, you know? Us, 30-somethings. They haven't seen shit, okay? Wait until these 20-somethings become 30-somethings. We'll be nuked by then or something.
Yeah, they were. They're not
I will hope we're nuked by then at least.
poor kids.
That's why I'm saying, like, the other episode I was like going on about the zombie apocalypse and that's what I'm living for, or like maybe nuclear fallout. It can be like the game, I want to live. I'm not,
But
but
like the game in that most of us lose our first life in about the first 8 minutes.
I don't want to meet a death claw is what I'm saying, but I would like to, live in a casino that's ran by a guy that's a head on a floating television or whatever,
Nah,
that'd be cool.
that would be pretty cool.
It'd be a life to live. I could be one of his bouncers, one of those Italian guys that shakes you down. Maybe he gives me like old Elvis wig that I grease up.
Ooh, the king.
I could be a real, yeah. All right, let's get on to something. Let's see. How about the Liver King, my friend? Are you ready to get into some Liver King action?
Oh yeah, dude. I thought I was off for MMA fight work for the weekend, but I got a few more MMA takes in me. The epic matchup incoming. Liver
That's
King
right.
Joe Rogan, right? That's what we're gearing up for. A pay-per-view out somewhere in the woods, I imagine. Fighting over they've got their own shed worth of deer and elk meat. That's the prize. There's no money at stake here, just pride and raw meats.
If there were two men that I wanted to see like act out that most dangerous game shit, it would be them, right? Joe Rogan and Liver King. I mean, Joe should have just went for it. Or like they really fumbled this whole PR stunt here, I feel like. Because Joe should have just let Liver show up. And they live in Texas, right? So I'm sure that's legal, is like as soon as he steps on your property, you just shoot him in the face. Not condoning this or encouraging this, okay? We are anti doing that to people. Don't do that. But I'm just saying that if Joe were like a smart businessman, maybe that's what he would have did. Imagine the PR then, okay? Joe Rogan Experience would be #1 podcast yet again. If on the next show he's talking to, like Dr. Oz about like how many pieces Liver King is in after he showed up at the Joe Rogan compound.
100%. And the thing is, Joe Rogan's a bow hunter. So he honestly should have been like, yeah, here's my compound. And then, Danny, have you ever seen the final scene of Rambo 5 or whatever when he's an old man and he's built these weird like Vietnam tunnels on his ranch? I imagine
No.
it's not worth the 2 hours that lead up to that final 15 minutes, but the last 15 minutes are pretty cool.
That's how it usually goes, right?
Oh, yeah, just like a Sly Stallone movie. I imagine that most ranches in Texas, easy for me to say, are set up in a very similar way. So with such a proficient bow hunter as Joe, you would think he'd say, yeah, I mean, the Liver King in half those videos, he's running on all fours like he thinks he's some kind of gorilla or something.
I mean, this guy, I mean, talk about like Liver must have got a hold of some of the shit that Aiden Ross had. You know what I mean? They've got the same drug dealer. Except when you're on that many steroids, okay, your butthole doesn't just itch, but it also drives you insane. Turns you into an actual animal monkey. He's fucking crawling around on the ground, fucking scratching his armpits and shit.
Guys, we're about to this is how Planet of the Apes happens.
He is Planet of the Apes. This dude is. And I mean,
Gonna make a quick video.
I also had to mention here from the start, like, what the fuck is going on with this dude's face? He's got like crackhead scars, like meth scars going on. I mean, maybe that's what it is.
You mean to tell me you've never headbutted a wall multiple times to prove a point to either your podcast nemesis and hopefully not to your wife and children?
It is awesome. Like, you know, every Batman, okay, Kevin, and you can back me up on this, right? You're the Batman guy, okay? Every Batman needs a Joker. Every hero needs a villain. Am I right? Okay. Well, it's Joe Rogan's out here being I mean, I've never seen him do shit. Okay. You're a superhero, Joe. Where's your fucking villains at? Well, Liver's about to show up like the fucking Riddler to your place and say some very cryptic messages that you don't understand. Then he's going to scratch his ass and throw a pile of shit at you. Okay. Like,
at this rate, he's more like Solomon Grundy, but I'm picking up what you're laying down.
So he dies and comes back on like the third Sunday of every month or whatever.
Yeah.
How does that go?
And he pronounces words wrong and he's just a little simple, you know. Yeah. But he's a big beefcake.
Right. Okay. So we're getting it. This is Joe Rogan's villain's origin story. Okay. Whatever. I mean, Liver King is a good name for a villain, I guess.
Not, I mean, honestly, rest in peace, but it sounds like something Stan Lee would have come up with at some point. He's the Excelsior. He's the Liver King.
He's the Liver King. He survives only by eating liver, powered by liver. He fights against the fat man.
You can't live without your liver, Spider-Man. He does look smelly. That's the most accurate.
He looks like a caveman. Yeah, he's caveman-ish, you know?
I'm gonna make a quick video to weigh myself right now. In case you didn't know, I take shits on the ground. This is where I lay in the shower. I lay on the ground. That's my enema bucket.
So it's evolved past just the liver, Kevin. We're no longer liver, but we take shits on the ground like true animals, you know, and fucking wipe with our hands. And we fucking, what's a bucket? What's an enema bucket?
Well, this guy uses it for drinking coffee, Danny.
Oh, right. Coffee enemas too?
Mm-hmm.
This guy's into all the, you know, hooty vooty shit, all the fucking weird folk tales and stuff. So he's drinking his own pee too and stuff. All this jazz. He's all
natural, but he has to boof his coffee. I don't know if it's worth the trade, gang. You decide. I'd rather not think about it. But yeah, maybe this is why we still have more room to grow, Danny, because we aren't as open about our shitting techniques. Now, I hear you barking, big dog. You're saying, but wait. Don't we always somehow get yelled at for turning it into a poops and butts episode?
I mean,
but I think maybe we just pull the Band-Aid off once and for all. Start going into our own shitting habits. What? In case you didn't know, I shit on the floor laying down. Like what? That
I'm
is
one of those
guys
I'm one of those guys that stands and hovers. Okay, how about you?
I just just like to stand in a defensive position with a wide base, sit in the captain's chair. But yeah, this to me is another sign that this guy is losing his mind, dude. He's just like, oh yeah, by the way, this is how I shit. Like, what? Is he on coke too?
I mean, it's something. Clearly, that, like I said, they've got the same drug dealer. They've devolved back to their animalistic ways. He's like scratching his ass and he's fucking pooping and on the floor and shit. Just rolling around in their own filth.
This is my enema bucket right there.
Oh,
That's what I'm about to do. Is I'm gonna try and get a shit worked out. But I'm gonna weigh myself so that it's official. It's official. Here's what I weigh. Here we go. What's that weight say? Can y'all see it?
No, because I can't. Oh, there we go.
It looks like we're.
He's like, I won't use one of those digital scales, brother. They put microwaves in your brain. So I got one of those meat scales.
You know what's
the butcher?
You know what's interesting? Me and Liver might be a little shorter than me. He seems like it, at least. You know me. I'm taller than Liver. I'm sure. But we're about the same. We're about the same weight, except I would say that his steroid, he's got to be shorter than me, right? Because if he's the same weight as me, and I'm just a chubby, flubby guy, and he's like a super muscular guy, he's got to be shorter. That muscle weighs more, right, than fat? That's what they always say.
Yeah, that's what I say too.
Right?
I'm having a bad day.
He's got to be shorter.
I'd probably just put some muscle on. Been doing a lot more squats since I changed my bathroom habits.
Oh God, but yeah, dude, this kind of shit. Okay.
Okay, real quick. P.S.
Here's some more.
Yes. What I'm hoping is that you, Joe Rogan, are thinking, I'm gonna choke that motherfucker out. Lights out. I'm gonna choke him out. And I kind of hope that if you win, that's how it happens, because
it's a sex thing.
That dream, that's a good feeling. And then anything else that you could break on me, break it on me. I hope that you won't feel me tap. That's never happening. Tapping.
Yeah, it is like it's a BDSM thing, isn't it?
What did he say? He's like, and if you choke me out, I can't wait to wake up from that dream. Like, what kind of dream?
Yeah, dude. He wants to be fucking. It's the autoerotic asphyxiation thing all over again, okay? It's something about these fucking people that get famous and then they're into freaky deaky shit. It's like children or choking yourself to death until you fucking shoot ropes. What's the deal, dude? That fucking Carradine dude, David Carradine. Love the fucking guy. What a fucking badass. And this dude's such a fucking freak. He tied himself. He's in fucking Taiwan or something. And he tied himself up in a closet with a belt and fucking jerked until his death. Dude, what's up with these people?
There are a lot of people. I would love to know. Actually, I would love. How do I get out of this one? I wouldn't mind knowing the number of people per year that die from autoerotic asphyxiation, but I would never want to be the one to research that on my own computer.
I'm sure there's like, how like the sex toys have evolved into like, you've got like suck and fuck machines that you flip the switch and, they do the dirty. I bet there's like a autoerotic asphyxiation machine now. You know what I'm saying? It's like got the right AI or like, it's got something to it that's like it knows when, okay, he's been out too long, like dunk him in the water or whatever.
What is this fucking Inception? You're like, oh yeah, we got to drop him into a bathtub so he wakes up.
Pull him out.
We're doing all the Nolan movies tonight, folks. Try to keep up.
Is that what Inception was about then? Okay, it was all one big kinky thing, and they were like, how deep can we go? Okay, I want to nut 3 levels deep.
Yeah, that was the real Inception.
DiCaprio's like, I want to find a 23-year-old woman that I can fucking hit 3 levels deep in sleep, okay? And then they dunk me back in the pool twice to wake me up, and I'm fucking That's what it's all about, okay?
Harl's with the good point. Coroners usually rule those as suicides. Families are too embarrassed. That is fair.
I mean, yeah, please, family out there, if you ever see this, please, if I ever die of if I ever die of autoerotic asphyxiation, just tell them I jumped.
Dude, see, my thing is, though, if you're gonna go that route, have a little more fun with it. You know, like tell them I was in the CIA. Like tell them I used to work for the Clintons, and like I was silenced.
They took me out. I was a secret agent, and the Russian government had its revenge.
Tell them I was part of Anonymous.
Dear Lord, dude. I think that maybe that's what's going on with Liver, dude. Anonymous.
I think he should go to an anonymous meeting. Yeah.
Alcoholics, methamphetamine anonymous. Do they have that?
I don't. Why would you ask me that, Danny? What makes you think that I would know that, huh?
Then actually to fight for. Actually, that's my family. I have a principle to fight for. That's what I'm. And well, what if he actually does what he's saying? What if?
Is executive producer Poland Spring saying she doesn't understand what autoerotic asphyxiation is? Okay, let me explain. Autoerotic asphyxiation. Okay, I got to put a few beats between this saying the words and the explanation, because YouTube will flag us or whatever. But it's like when you choke while you're trying to do the thing, you know. And then, you know, you're on the brink of passing out at the peak of climax, right? I'm sure it's euphoric.
I bet right now Poland is wishing you were talking about poop stuff.
This is what you get, okay?
Take me back.
If you need notes, ask after show. Trigger warning. All right, so Liver is nuts, okay? So the story is, we just saw the clips. He looks crazy. He's in the dark wishing for Joe Rogan to break his bones, okay? And in all this mess, he takes his family and heads to Texas, okay? He's like, Joe, we're coming. We actually are coming, okay? We're not just by hang wanks, okay? But it's because, Poland, I know this because one of my favorite actors, okay, Bill from Kill Bill, in fact, okay, tragically passed away by gooning too hard when he had a belt around his neck. Okay. Imagine that. Imagine that being your legacy. Okay.
Imagine your family not caring enough to come up with a different story.
Yeah. What happened to that? Why did you just say Carradine was a fucking CIA agent or something? Like Kevin was saying.
That's
you said, like, well, he fucking choked himself to death while he was coming.
I don't know. He said he met E. Howard Hunt and he had information on the JFK assassination.
Exactly.
The Cuban Missile Crisis, dude.
And the thing about that is like, we just heard this Mike Myers shit where he was a double agent or whatever, and being an actor, like maybe people would believe it. You say David Carradine was like a fucking CIA guy, they'd be like, oh wow, yeah, that makes sense. Just like with Mike Myers, they're like, you know.
Yeah, I could see him hanging out with George Bush Sr. Yeah. That's right.
But we've got more. Okay. So yeah, he went to, maybe he's already in Texas. I don't know, but he went to Joe Rogan. He went to Austin or wherever the fuck the mothership is.
Oh, that's a great callback. Thank you.
Is that more? Are we true? Is that real? It's more embarrassing to die from a hang up than on the shitter. I still feel like the shitter is more embarrassing. You know what I'm saying? Like Elvis dying on the shitter has to be more embarrassing. All right. Because that, you know, I guess both ways. I was about to say that at least David Carradine went out doing what he wants to do, like what he loves doing. But Elvis probably loved taking that shit too. That's probably,
who doesn't?
The shit that kills you is probably the most euphoric shit that ever happened. Am I right? Like, if you ascend to heaven after a shit, that has to be the best shit ever, right?
That's what they got wrong with the Philosopher's Stone, Danny. They went number 1 when they should have went number 2, I think. Learning a lot today.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so here, let me pull up this. We've got some of the stuff. Oh, Jesus Christ.
A lot more opinions about that take that
That's
I thought.
interesting. Yeah. Chat was very opinionated about what's worth first way to die. What's okay? We're debating. Harles kind of brings up a good point. We're debating on like what's the worst way to die, but like what's more embarrassing for your family to find, I guess. Is that the same question?
Elvis, as Hash said, could have got away with it. Elvis might have been doing the same damn thing without the collar, and just no one knows, you know.
You think that he was taking such a good shit that he was jerking off?
No, maybe he was.
God,
all shook up, as they say. All right, maybe he was. You know, he wasn't nothing but a hound dog in his final moments.
I mean, okay, maybe Elvis's family found him hung up by his belt, you know, doing a little ditty. And they decided that the shitter thing would be less embarrassing. So that's what they leaked. They were like, he was actually shitting. He wasn't jerking off for the belt. maybe David Carradine died by, you know, a massive shit. And they were like, you know, it'd be less embarrassing. Let's just say that he jerked off to death.
That'd be way cooler. Yeah. Maybe that's what the note he left behind was. Like, tell my fans
I jerked off to death.
I jerked my way to heaven.
That's right. I wouldn't want him to go any other way. Okay. So Colin Rugg here says new Liver King arrested for traveling to Austin, Texas after making threats against Joe Rogan on social media. Brian Johnson. What a fucking vanilla name too for a fucking absolute Neanderthal fucking caveman come to the future, you know. Johnson was seen on all fours like a monkey in a video posted shortly before he traveled to Austin. Johnson also said he was coming for Joe Rogan and demanded that the two fight. According to APD, detectives contacted Mr. Rogan, who stated he had never had any interaction with Johnson. Lies, okay? He was on your show, bitch. And considered the post to be threatening. So, you know what? All that fucking ice baths and hard nipples amounts to nothing if you're not willing to beat Liver King's ass when he shows up to your house, dude. Why do you look like a fucking swollen thumb if you're not going to kick some dude's ass when he shows up? What the fuck is it all for? Am I right? This is a joke, okay? Joe Rogan, you should be fucking suplexing this guy or whatever the fuck, you know? Choke slam.
It would be a massive payday, I bet, for Joe and the Liver King if Joe decided. Because I think, honestly, I don't know. I don't know if Joe still does karate or any of that stuff, but
Jiu-jitsu.
My first guess is that Joe Rogan would win this fight handily, even though it would be funny to watch. They're both pretty short, I think. I think that's why why Joe doesn't want to fight, is he's like, nah, I mean, I do a pretty good job of staying behind desks most days. Nah, I'm good.
All right, let's listen to some of this. Okay, check this out. That mugshot's epic, dude.
Thank you for the clarification.
This mugshot is like he's been hiding 6 feet under in a hole with a fucking tube of air, you know, for months at a time until he finally dug his way out, and then they found him. And his pupils are 2 different sizes and shit. Like he's still on drugs in this picture.
Yeah, he's like a secondary antagonist. Like you're dealing with him early on. He's like the big tough brute, but you just know there's somebody behind him pulling the strings.
Right. Clearly too dumb. His wife is making him do all this.
Dude, his wife, I bet those divorce papers are ready. Like she is going to clean him out.
In more ways than one with that enema bucket.
And she'll have yeah, true.
Sorry.
Very true. No, that was worth it. But holy cow, I saw some of the clips where the family actually was there, which was sadly refreshing because some of those rants made you wonder if his wife and kid were ever going to be found, because he's just like being real crazy in that ranch house all by himself. And you're like, please, for the love of God, where is your family? So I was very happy to see his family show up in Texas with him. But the way his wife wasn't reacting to his clear breakdown in a hotel lobby told me everything I needed to know. She's been gone mentally. She's been divorced. Wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if you know, Mrs. King, if the liver queen, I should say, forgive me.
There you go.
It already has her next situation lined up, and she's just ready to take
Interesting.
whatever finances are left. She'll probably take that big ass fucking ranch.
Because
and in most cases, I might feel bad about that, but in this case, nah, dude, take it. Take it.
Because yeah, if that was the route you decided you were going to go, you certainly would just let him self-destruct, right? Yeah, you would sit back, relax, watch him do, because clearly if you really cared about the guy, you would be fucking telling him, "Hey, honey, like, let's get you off this. Like, chill out, dude. We need to find you help or whatever." Or at least I mean, who knows? Maybe we'll hear in some kind of memoir or thing later that his wife is like, I tried to help him and he beat me down. You know, we never know. He does look like a fucking ape. I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, it is all interesting there. Why wouldn't his family intervene in some sort of way unless, you know, there's something that we don't know?
They gone because they're just letting this footage be collected for the court case. He's going
Like,
to
where
get
my money at?
supervised visitations at best. And yeah, she'll be.
Maybe there's not money though, Kevin. You ever think about that?
Well,
Chris says that's what 30K a month in hormones for the last 3 years will do to you. I mean, how long does that last? Has he ran out? Maybe this is withdrawal symptoms.
Well, and that might be what pushes the divorce to come sooner than later, because she might want to liquidate that big old fancy mansion ranch before the government or the bank takes it. So yeah, very well. This whole thing to me screams of, if he's not lost his complete damn mind and he's just having a breakdown and no longer really in control, then this is all just some scheme for more internet attention, because he's otherwise just, I mean, he's lost it. He was a fitness guru who was outed as a steroid freak, and then still somehow could have probably pivoted from that. There were enough people that enjoyed the weird videos, the raw meat, doing all this, doing that, that he probably still could have carved something out. But here he is picking a fight with a guy who I don't think has said a word about him for 2 years. And all Joe Rogan ever really said about this dude was he's not natural. He's clearly on steroids. Something anybody could tell you. Like,
it did. Yeah, if you think about it, though, I mean, like, not that I would say it's all Joe Rogan's fault. You could say that him being like people like Joe taking shots at him saying, "You're clearly on steroids, bro," ultimately led to his downfall, right? Not saying that it was like Joe Rogan specifically or just Joe Rogan, but like, once enough people say, hey, you're not natural, this isn't just liver, you know, this guy's clearly on steroids. I know I'm a bodybuilder, or I know I'm an MMA guy, or I know I'm a UFC commentator, whatever the fuck. I mean, ultimately, it's what led to his downfall. People stopped taking him seriously because they knew that the Liver King was a phony. So maybe he takes that, you know, maybe he feels like Joe Rogan wronged him in some sort of way personally, and it's all Joe Rogan's fault.
well, that would that'd be the wrong way to look at
it. Somebody said, Hash said, I mean, Kanga said, he used to look normal and healthy. No, I think before this, even I've seen some way older pictures of him where he just looked like a normal dude. This obviously was after, you know, many shots in the ass with steroids. But look at this picture. Look at the world that once was, people. We've got a living and thriving and happy and maybe the most normal Liver King you've ever seen. Next, in between two just online sensations here, Ethan Klein and Hassan Piker, when they were the closest friends.
What
a picture.
Incredible conversation that must have been. I have to dive through the archives for that one, Danny.
It is kind of funny though how like he is obviously more shredded and like beefy than both of them, but when you put him in a picture like this, like what, like who looks at this and is like, I want to be like Liver King, you know? He still looks like a manlet. he still looks like a little like dude that you could stuff in a locker, you know? I mean, even me, like I feel like even Liver King being this beefy, I could maybe still give him a wedgie and like laugh at him. I feel like I could, you know, like give him a little shove with my foot and he'd be like, oh, leave me alone. Like he seems like that.
Oh no, dude. These guys are super aggro. They have the most aggressive form of Napoleon syndrome. So, you know, because he's more likely to punch you in the face and then just kind of bull rush you and just stay all up in your business. Eventually get himself knocked out because, you know, those are all show muscles. But yeah, dude, I don't know, man. He seems like the kind of guy who might run at you on all fours and try to fight you.
Here's when he's getting. I mean, I don't even like he showed up in Austin to fucking fight Joe Rogan in like combat gear.
Wow.
Like fucking boots and what's this vest going on?
I love those combat capris he's got, Danny.
Right.
That's incredible.
Tactical sweats, they call them.
Yeah, well, the calves get a little hot out there in the Texas desert. So what a tan line that's going to be.
Where do you think he shops there? Baby Gap for all that? Do you think they've got like kids first, babies first tactical vest somewhere? Where do you go?
Oh, absolutely they do. Are you kidding me? Not only do they have those, Danny, 80% of them are shipped to this very state where we live.
That's right. That's right. Oh, geez, man. The liver, it's over. Is this his wife here?
I don't know. They don't seem interested in showing her face. There he is. Oh, my God.
We don't have to make videos to pretend anymore.
Then why are you making videos?
This is happening. We're coming to you. I've challenged you man to man.
Gross.
To a fight.
I mean, it's if
honorable.
Gross.
And we don't have to pretend or make any videos. The world is watching. They'll make the videos for us. And you don't have to hold a camera. You can hold the hand of somebody that you love, because what happens next to you, you're going to need to remember that feeling. You're going to need something more than what you did to give you something to fight for, because I have my family to fight for. And then I'll die for them. You know that.
It's really hard to like,
you know that what
get something out of what he's saying. You really have to listen to the whole entirety of what he's saying, because like he starts to make a point at the very beginning of this like long diatribe, and he doesn't complete the point that he started at the beginning until the very end, after many like complex thoughts in between.
We have a word for this, Danny. It's called the weave, and he does it fluently. He does it so effervescently, which is not the wrong word. I know you're thinking, I don't know that that's the right word, but you're wrong. Okay, that's a fluent weave he was doing.
All right, well, enough liver, okay? Enough liver. We've seen the good old days. You know, the funny thing about Liver King, though, and a lot of the reason why he's pissed lately is because Netflix made a documentary about him recently. Have you seen that?
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
I don't even think I would want, like, Tiger King is different than Liver King. I want to see the Tiger King documentary, because there's just like there's some sort of like unpredictability to that guy, and he's such a character in his own right, whereas Liver King is just I mean, he really is just an unhinged Napoleon complex steroid user. Yeah, I mean, like, you can pretty much, I know what he's going to do. It's like, you could have probably painted this out from the very beginning of his career when he started, and he's just like, oh, all I do is eat liver. And you're like, yeah, this dude is so jacked up on steroids. Give it 5 years and he's going to be fucking zooted out of his mind.
Yeah, give it 7 years. He'll be robbing banks with a butter knife. I mean, he's oof. It's not just the fact that he's on steroids; it's the amount of steroids that just is eating probably every part. It's not just his brain that's being eaten away from the inside;
Weenie.
it's everything.
Tiny weenie now. His balls are all shriveled up. Damn, dude.
You know, told you.
Would he be
Liver Queen is gone, dude. She's good as gone.
Would he be good in a zombie apocalypse, though, Kevin? That's the question. Would we recruit Liver King in a zombie
Absolutely. Who would you rather feed to the zombies, Danny? You want to get them, first of all, those are empty calories for them and potentially poisonous. 100%. We want to save him for that exact scenario. So that
honestly,
way,
I think you're wrong.
Pull a Shane, and when it's time to get by, we just pop Liver in the knee, metaphorically speaking.
Right.
Okay. And we just leave him for the horde, and then we get away.
See, this is where I think you're wrong, Kevin. Okay, think about this theory. What happens when zombies feed upon a steroid-ridden human being? Okay, do we get steroid zombies then? Okay, how, maybe we're getting an offshoot of the virus. Okay, the T virus becomes the fucking. I guess it's already the T virus. That's testosterone, right?
Yeah. the low T virus.
Okay. No, but I think that maybe liver would cause a adverse effect, and that the zombies would become super 28 days later zombies if they, they'd go from Walking Dead zombies to 28 days later, rush your
rage
zombies. Shit. Yeah. Rage zombies. I think,
Vita brings up a great point, Danny. So I want to kind of paint you a little picture here. Imagine this. We are locked up in the 3rd floor of the attic of a 2-story home because we've learned that the zombies, they don't quite know how to open doors, and climbing is hard for them too. So we're all in these tight quarters. And the Liver King has been eating pre-workout and creatine by the scoop without any water for the last 3 or 4 days. And all he's saying is, you guys don't understand. Just let me out there and I'll beat the shit out of all those zombies. I don't care how many there are. I'll fight them one at a time. You don't know me, bro. You weren't with me when I was coming up. I'm for the streets. I was built different. And the longer we tell him no, he starts to get aggressive as if, hey, well, fine, I'm going to fight one of you then. I don't know, Danny. I think he is right there. Have you ever seen 30 Days of Night?
Yeah, okay.
Remember that when the vampires are out there, they're leaving that girl. It's
Josh Hartnett, right?
Yeah, dude. You got to be careful, man. We got to let Liver King out there to show us what these zombies can actually do, so we know how to move forward.
Fair enough. Okay, I get it now. Okay, all right. All right, so that's enough liver. Let's do halftime, Kevin. Do you need to take a halftime exit?
Yeah, I got
read
to
the shout out people.
Speaking of scooping creatine directly into one's mouth, I'll be right back, gang.
Kevin's got to go shit on the floor real quick. like a real king, a liver king. Okay. Anyways, it is halftime, folks. It's a little over halftime. You know how it goes. Okay. Today is a bonus episode. We do it for you. Okay. You here right now. Okay. You here that have already left a like on the video because you know how it goes. Those likes really help. So thank you guys. We appreciate you if you're here lurking or chatting or whatever else it is. Okay. Thank you so much. Chat has been lit tonight. Okay. So we really appreciate it. But this is the point where I shout out the members. Okay. These members, you can become a member, I think for just $1. Right? Just a little measly $1. And you can be a member where I will shout you out right here But even if you're not a member and you're just a viewer, a lurker, a commenter, an aftermath watcher, rewinder, we love you. Okay. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. But our shout out folks this week are Pest at the top, as per usual. Corn still. We appreciate you. Kangaloo, Headbug Inc., Rapid Danger, Kia Cat, and Sleek the Geek. Okay. We appreciate all of you for supporting the route that is Clout here. Okay. Clout Route Live. Thank you so much. Again, I want to tell everyone that Tuesday, it will be a 7 o'clock show. I will post about it tomorrow if you don't remember this, but 7 o'clock, 7:30, we will have on our guests of honor, Maggot and Bunny. There is quite the episode that we will have for you guys. Lots of you have been shouting at me for guests, so guests it is, folks. We've got guests, okay? We've got Maggot and Bunny lined up. Talk to a few other folks, okay? I told you about the Steven show. That'll happen eventually. You know what I'm saying? That man is a busy plant-based comedian, okay? So he's got to clear his schedule if he wants to hop on the Clout route, but we'll get there, okay, folks? We'll get there. In the meantime, we appreciate everything that you do. Love ya. They tell me not to say that. Should I not say that? Love ya? Is that too much? Am I being parasocial, Kevin?
That's dangerous game, friend. Though.
Yeah, they might interpret that the wrong way. Don't love ya, hate ya, hate ya, hate ya.
Ooh, we do need an Alex Jones.
Yeah,
Yes.
Rager, that's for sure. All right, Kevin, I'll let you handle the chatters while I take a exit stage right here. I hope you can handle them. They are a feisty bunch tonight, okay?
Well, luckily for me, I'm actually going to be completely ignoring you, chat. I'm so sorry to do that. But I have something that I have to get through while Danny takes his break. Because, like Danny just mentioned, we have received your feedback. And when it was mentioned that maybe we should do some things to shake it up, I thought, well, yeah, I'm kind of an idiot. I don't really know what to do to make a stream not only more entertaining, but most importantly, profitable. So what did I do? I went and researched, what do lifelong career streamers do? How are they out here making their money? And guys, I came across something that retroactively has me very upset about last week's episode. So without further ado, bear with me. It's about a 40-second clip, and we'll get through this together.
Now, guys, let's do it. Let's get some support rolling. Who's going to be the first tip of the week? Right now, who's going to tip via PayPal? Who is going to be the first new member of the week? And who will be the first sub of the week? Let's get some momentum rolling so that we can hit these goals. If we hit a goal on this stream, a goal on my late stream tonight of Truck Sim, and a goal on Blueprints tomorrow, we'll do it. We will do the Grillo's Pickle Menu tomorrow on launch day. That is my goal. That is what I want to do, and that is what we will do.
This guy is out here charging his audience not one, not two, but 3 Met goals. That's upwards of $500 so that he can eat pickles. Danny, how much money did we raise last week to watch you eat a sour warhead pickle, dude? We are getting fleeced out here.
Panga sent me like $20 to get some moonshine pickles, so maybe it was worth it.
Okay, yeah, that might be. We were a little closer maybe than I thought, but I mean, come on, dude. You're out here. We gotta trot out these goals and say, hey guys, if you give us $150 a day for the next 3 days, we will order a specialty fast food menu item and have it door dashed to us, and then we will eat that soggy sumbitch in a cool 45 minutes after it's been made.
You know, we're like a 5, you know, we're like 5, we're almost 600 subs here, folks. So get to subbing. We're like a 600 sub channel. And I could almost bet that if we like really grinded hard, that we could hit and beat out Darkside Phil's goals before he does. You know what I mean? This dude has thousands of more subscribers. He's fucking one of the most well-known log cows online. And I really think that we could make more money than him online if we tried really hard for a little bit.
I don't know, dude. That guy begs a lot. Like he tries real hard to get money. But you might be onto something because Vita did become a member. And not at my behest, honestly. It was Phil. So I don't know. I feel bad, V-Dub. Let us know if you need a refund. That wasn't actually
that pickle, baby.
Me asking. That was Phil asking for that one sub. So we do appreciate it. I would hate to have done that deceitfully. So thank you very much to our new member. Oop, what was that? 1,000 by the end of the year. Let's do it.
V-Dub's helping, but yeah, Hash has 1,000 by the end of the year. If we had 1,000 by the end of the year, I will fucking boof drugs on the show. I mean, I'll do crazy shit. I will autoerotic asphyxiation on the show.
Now, before, after, or during the boof, though.
I will Liver King out. Okay, if we get 1,000 subs by the end of the year, I will go straight Liver King. Okay,
ooh,
don't worry about it. I would challenge Joe Rogan to a duel. What? Are you serious?
I'm sorry, Shadow. Was your friend a cat by chance? I've heard that. Have you seen that, Danny?
Yeah, they do get scared.
Jump scared by a cucumber. What a wild creature cats are, dude. They're incredible.
That violates TOS. Okay, that's what we got a Patreon for. Okay, I can start selling that Patreon again. All right.
Oh no,
you know exactly where you get the boofing content. Okay. But anyways, folks, let's get back into the show. Thank you, DSP, for the inspiration here. One thing we could get into is the MrBeast AI thumbnail thing without further ado, okay? This is like 3 weeks old at this point almost. I guess variations of the story have happened, like or developments have happened, I mean. He announced that there was going to be this AI initiative for thumbnails, and then various things have occurred along the way since. So let's check it out. Harl says, is your family going to be okay with it being AEA, or do you have to call it the sewer slide episode?
It's your autoerotic asphyxiation. Oh.
Well, you guys will all see it live, so it'll be one thing, but then, you know, we'll take the episode down after my death, you know.
Oh, you guys, Danny's going to be on that chapter episode.
My wife will tell people that I was actually Donald Trump's liaison in China.
I thought she was going to just say you fell asleep on the shitter.
That's actually what I want. Okay, it doesn't matter how I die. My wife is obligated. It's in my will. It was also in my vows. Kevin, don't you remember when I read those?
I do. Yeah.
I said you also
at that point.
I said you also have to tell. You're obligated to tell everyone that I died on the shitter when I die. So there you go, folks.
100%. And we've got a couple of super chats here to chat out before we move into the AI thumbnails. V-Dub, gonna need you to buy a pickle.
I already bought a pickle. It's gone. Okay.
When is the next freak tier list? You know what? That's the other show, but we could certainly do some kind of tier list here at some point, maybe, Danny. Or even bring you over to Dweeb so we can do it where we won't be mean to real people. We can just make fun of fictional freaks. I don't know.
Maybe July is the month of tier lists, Kevin. Maybe we do I'll come over to Dweeb and we'll do some kind of tier list there, and we'll do some kind of tier list here too. A freak tier list? Like what kind of freaks? We already did the commentary freaks tier list with JoJo months ago. So we need Maybe we just do a freaks tier list. I mean, that was a commentary tier list. We need to do a freaks tier list. Like, where does Aiden Ross rank versus Liver King? Or where does Liver King rank versus, Shadow Humor? We've got to figure these things out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, just slip that one by me, huh? Ooh.
Danny ranking the audience members. Who's my favorite audience member? Well, you know who number 1 on the list is, Kevin. Pest.
Hey, there it is. Nice.
As per usual. Okay, but no, we could do it. We could do an audience ranking tier list. That'd be an easy way for me to have less of an audience.
Good way to really thin the herd.
Right, exactly. So let's check out MrBeast, okay? MrBeast created this new-fangled thing, okay? He thought it would be a good idea to be like, look, thumbnails are difficult, okay? Good thumbnails are, let me say this first things first. Good thumbnails are difficult. But Beast is like, hey, okay, thumbnails are difficult. And if you want help with your thumbnails, we've got the perfect thing for you, okay? Here is our AI thumbnail generator, okay? And this thing could do the craziest shit, okay? He deleted the video, in fact, where he went on about the whole tool and blah, blah, blah. And I couldn't find it anywhere on Twitter or I guess I didn't look on YouTube, but if I can't find it on Twitter, I doubt I'm going to find his weirdo video on YouTube. But we'll look at some of the screen caps here. Okay, so like I was saying, he's making this AI thumbnail generator, and you could do all kinds of things like base your you could enter a specific creator, base your thumbnail off that creator's thumbnails. You could take a creator's thumbnail and insert your face into their thumbnail, all kinds of things like this. And obviously you can only guess the Twitter backlash that such a thing got. Okay, people are not liking the AI stuff lately. Let's be clear. I think there is a concerted effort to be down with the AI generated stuff. I feel like there's a small segment of people that are like, AI is cool, I don't care what you say, fuck off. But I think like the overwhelming majority of people are like, look, I know a guy that makes art and you're putting him out of a job. So fuck this AI shit. When are we going to use the AI to do something useful instead of take all of our gerbs,
Yeah, when's it going to just write all my emails for me?
That's right. It does that, doesn't it? We have that. It does that.
Yeah, but it sounds like an idiot's writing them, but just an idiot that's in a different voice than mine. And they're already used to this idiot. It doesn't really help.
So this post says, Azure here says, less than 24 hours ago, this guy encouraged you to simply copy and paste a YouTube link into his website to take a handmade thumbnail, prompt a small change using his AI tool, and call it yours. Theft was always the intention, okay? Here are some of the screen grabs. The closed captioning here says, on this AI thumbnail tool, you could also copy a URL from any YouTube video. And in the prompt box, just tell it what you want to change in the thumbnail. So you get the gist here, okay? MrBeast created a thing that he wanted you to pay money for to create thumbnails. Now, Kevin, I will defer to you as the resident thumbnail creator, but this is in no way to diminish anything that you do with the thumbnails. But what I think is that it's a much easier and much more maybe fulfilling process to just make your own thumbnails. I really don't think that I don't think that you can make a thumbnail out of anything. Okay. There are all kinds of different ways you can do a thumbnail. Obviously, there are some that you see on viral videos and stuff that work a little bit better, but There's not a thing out there that says YouTube is only going to accept this kind of thumbnail. And if your thumbnail isn't like this, then you're screwed. Like, I see some bigger creators that don't even spend a second on their thumbnail. That it's like a Mudahar thumbnail. It's like a screenshot of him bending over his desk. Like, some of these creators don't have to put any effort in. It's not all about the thumbnail. Just do your own thumbnail. But that's my take as a pleb that doesn't create thumbnails on the regular. Kevin, what do you think about the thumbnail AI generator?
Yeah, it's just a horrible idea. I agree with most of what you just said. I think Kang says practice it first as well. Like, it's not that difficult of a skill to learn. It's just like anything else. You'll probably really suck at it when you start. And as long as you're okay with that and able to have some go poorly and whatnot and just learn from it, you will eventually be at least serviceable at it, I imagine. And it really isn't something that takes too long. As far as free resources go, it is a little bit tougher, but like, I spend maybe like, I don't know, it's less than $100 a year on photo editing. I pay for a couple of different apps so I can have more flexibility, and I do a lot of them on my phone. So that's another thing. Like, they're not the hardest thing in the world to do. And there are, people doing way more in-depth stuff than what I'm doing. And it doesn't take them a whole freaking day to make one either. So I don't know that there's much use to this. Also, Shadow mentioned at one point where he's like, AI is fun and all, but I'm not paying $60 for MrBeast.
Right
or
there.
It was, and the other one was MrBeast marketing something people can do for free is wild. That's the other part. Like, you could just go to some free AIs, ask them to make some images, and then in one of the many free photo editing apps, you could make it the right freaking aspect ratio and just do that. Why would you pay this idiot money just so he can steal from you or steal for you? You just steal yourself at that point.
Well, how far are we away from, I mean, YouTube already, I know a lot of you guys in the audience aren't like regular YouTube creators, not all of you, some of you, but there are a lot of YouTube back end things that are like AI generated now. They'll like do inspirations for you that like tell you what kind of video that your audience wants to see and stuff, all based on AI. I don't think we're that far away from YouTube just AI generating a thumbnail for you straight on the app. I really don't. They already kind of, I mean, it's obviously way toned down version, but like, they already will take screen grabs from your show or from whatever you did and try to purpose that into thumbnails, which is whatever. That's just like screen grabs from what you've already done. But if you think about that, they can already do that, and they can already transcribe your YouTube videos automatically and caption them or whatever without you doing anything. I think that we're not too far away from them just, okay, you click on the AI thumbnail thing on YouTube and it goes through your transcription, and you talked about MrBeast 100 times in this episode. So then it goes back to your thumbnail, takes a MrBeast photo, slaps some words on it or whatever that you said, like MrBeast sucks. And then bing, bang, boom, there's your thumbnail. Like, I don't think we're that far away from it. Think about it. Even I think some of the biggest creators make the most simple thumbnails. It's like a black background, a picture of a guy, and some text that says like major freakout or something. Am I right? Like, thumbnails aren't even that. Thumbnails aren't even that sophisticated half the time. So to think that AI couldn't just start doing them for us. I mean, granted, it's not every thumbnail. I think good thumbnails, take a human to sit there and make decisions to do it themselves. But that's just not how YouTube is anymore. YouTube is a ton of just garbage junk. And, if you just need some fucking thumbnail for your fucking shitter, it's not that hard. And I don't think it's that hard for them to eventually just AI it for you, but we'll see. We'll see if it ever gets there. B-Dub says they pull that up again. They live transcribe live streams to monitor for TOS violations live. They built it all because of the adpocalypse. So see, a lot of these functions, like you could see how they repurpose something like what V-Dub was describing to just to do a bunch of AI shit. I mean, they could even, you talk about like the summaries of your video. You know how you can put descriptions underneath? I feel like we're not too far from them doing descriptions for you too. Just click a little AI thing and it'll summarize whatever you said in your video, right? I think they already do that. If you go to the actual YouTube and then go to YouTube videos, you can get transcribed summaries under videos now. So like you could copy paste that and fucking put it as your description practically. I feel like they already do that. We're so close to just AI doing every fucking thing for us that it's kind of, I don't know. I really don't know what to think about it. It's demoralizing, that's for sure.
Oh, it'll be great, dude. I can't wait to work in the mines so we can harvest more rare earth metals and build more and more Autobots that can then at least make the art for us. So at least while I'm doing that, I can have 24-hour entertainment going into my ears and also through my contacts, because I'm a bit old school, so I won't do the whole surgically upgraded eye situation. I'll have to go analog and watch my VR through those very heavy contact lenses that I'm sure probably already exist right now. And that'll be great, dude. I can't wait. Why would I want to walk around outside and go hiking or paint or do any of that shit when a robot could do it? The funniest part to me is it's going to be AI generated content where if it's not chat, what they do now, which is like Chat GPT, do the script, voice to text, work over some other thing to generate my images, it's going to be just from beginning to end, completely produced by an AI. And then 75% of the audience will also be bots. And it's just like the whole dead internet theory. Just
they leave just like the most ridiculous comments over and over again underneath your video.
Yeah, I'm sure there's that right now already on some AI channel.
Oh, here is Jonah K. Did you title your YouTube video today just to get views? I'm confused. You made fun of a young man for 10 minutes and the title your whole stream after it. Oh. It was probably more than 10 minutes, but yeah, I mean, this is the YouTube business, my friend. I'm not going to talk about Dean Withers freaking out about the anxiety pen for 2 hours of our show. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but yes, you do in fact narrow it down for the for the thumbnail and title just a smidge. I mean, it is what
if you think you're frustrated, man, I thought we were talking about musical legend Bill Withers. So, you know, I
imagine his disappointment. Shaken. Okay.
He just keeps on using me, this guy, until he uses me up.
And Jonah says, sorry, honey, not a bot. I don't think you're a bot. I validate that question with an answer. Okay. But anyways, okay. I mean, yeah, we're getting, is this dead internet theory happening right now live on the show? We've got a bot in chat engaging.
It's the perfect defense now. Anyone, you criticize me, you bot, you're not even real, dude. You're
YouTube
made up.
Heard me, okay. Anyways, so Point Crow, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, a YouTuber here. Point Crow took a lot of issue with MrBeast's whole AI generated hubbub. Okay. Eric says here, so MrBeast gets to complain about channels stealing his thumbnails, then turn around and make a tool that does the same thing, but faster and cheaper. He promotes his new AI tool in a video on the site saying that it can copy any channel's style of thumbnails for YouTube videos and even edit it so that your face is in it instead of the original creators. He initially states it's so that this can be used for inspiration, in quotations there, but then continues on and notes that this will literally be the way you generate your thumbnails going forward, which, I mean, let's be real. MrBeast can decide not to do this. Oh, I'm not going to, I retract it. We're not going to do the AI thing anymore. But this cat is out of the bag, folks. I mean, it doesn't matter if MrBeast isn't going to do it anymore. Google or Apple will certainly take up this mantle and make you AI generated thumbnails stat. They probably can already do it. I mean, you can probably ask Grok or whatever right now to just, hey, make me a thumbnail for this kind of video, and it will. I mean, I don't really try or fuck with that shit.
It's gonna take you a few refines, but sure.
So let's continue here. I spend weeks or days, weeks, and sometimes months thinking of thumbnails. Okay, I mean, hey, Point Crow makes a lot more videos and is way more successful on YouTube than I am. So sure, maybe you take his word over mine, but days, maybe weeks and months for thumbnails. I mean, I don't know, Kevin. I mean, it sounds like a skill issue at that point. Just me. Like, months. All right. I mean, hey, you can be right and not exaggerate so much. I feel like
months thinking of thumbnails, you know. Yeah, sometimes, Danny, I spend just entire years actually just, you know, I'd love to make this video, but I just can't find the right inspiration for the thumbnail. If only a generative bot could give me some inspiration. I'd finally finish that video.
Inspiration, right? What a word too is so it can be used for inspiration. It's like it will just generate you the thumbnail. What do you mean inspiration? Like nobody is taking what it generates you and then be like, okay, well, let's transform this a little bit. Let's use what it gave. No, you say, hey, crank me a thumbnail. It prints you a thumbnail and you post the thumbnail. What are we inspired by? I don't know, but
you get the little clippy guy come
up. Let's see. Continuing here, he said, I spend months thinking of thumbnails, working with artists to craft the perfect one. And you've made something that can steal my artist's hard work without a thought. Now that I agree with. Your model is clearly trained on all of our thumbnails. I mean, specifically, he talks about how you can type in creators, Markiplier, and it'll pull up him and his thumbnails and base a thumbnail off of what he does. So
nasty work.
I mean, yeah, it is. When he says clearly trained on all of our thumbnails, I mean, literally, he says like, yes, it is. And uses them without any creator's permission. And makes it not only easy, but it attempts to make this socially acceptable too. Way to take out the creator and content creator and the fun that comes from thinking up new ideas. Majorly fuck this. If there's any class action lawsuit, count me in. I'm done with this guy. Well, good luck suing like the richest YouTuber ever.
I love that addition. Also, if there's money to be made, count me in, pal.
Hey, is anybody gonna tap Ethan Klein in on this one?
It's about sending a message. Yeah, right. Yeah, at Ethan Klein, you're up, bud.
Come on, dude. Okay, we got lawsuits going on. But it is incredible, though. Point Crow does have a point when he shows this screenshot, and it's MrBeast saying the largest channel in Russia takes my thumbnails and photoshops his face on mine. So clearly at 2/19/21, this has been 4 years now. So AI has certainly made leaps and bounds since 2021. Yeah, definitely. But his take in 2021 is that I cannot believe that somebody in Russia is just copying my thumbnail and switching their face for mine. And then in 2025, he makes the app that literally does the thing he's bitching about 4 years ago. So I don't know, Kevin.
Yeah, but see, what do they say about absolute power? Something about it. I don't remember.
Corrupting absolutely?
Yeah, I think so. That's probably it. Wow, the mark of Mr. Beast. I always knew this guy was the Antichrist, but
That's
it's
right.
only been moments like now where I can get away with saying it without having to go put some more aluminum foil under this hat.
So we've got more here. Beast responds and says, I appreciate all of the feedback. I love the YouTube community more than anyone can remotely comprehend. See, this is where I take issue with his look. You act a certain way and you say a certain thing, but they're conflicting. Because if you are truly the champion of the YouTube community, I love the YouTube community more than anyone can remotely comprehend. You would be doing, I mean, he switches his tone here, and we'll see that come in this clip where he talks about this whole situation. But, you know, if you loved the community, you would be connecting creator to creator to make this happen, not creator to AI to make this happen, because AI isn't part of the community, buddy. Sorry, but AI is just something out there. The community is me and Kev and you know, the people in our chat and the channels that we interact with. That's community. It's not AI, okay? If you love the community so much, you should never go with some kind of AI solution, okay? There's always a better human solution, right? That's what I would think, especially if you're a pro community guy.
Well, it's such a nonsense bullshit term anyway, because there's no all-encompassing YouTube community. There are a plethora of communities in YouTube, something that you would think someone like MrBeast, who's made all of his, well, not all, but got to the point where he could make all of these millions by doing YouTube. So you think he would understand that there are a whole bunch of communities which never intersect, that will never, might not even know that the other community has content on this platform. You know, there's some people come in here every day and watch nothing but true crime. And even those, you know, there's even subgenres within that may never intersect. And so this idea that there's one big YouTube community that he loves, really, you got love for that dude who nares his butthole? Is that
Yeah, we should check in on that guy sometime. Maybe
yeah,
I'll do
because
that.
we do.
That's a good bunny. That's a good bunny and MAGA episode check in there. Let's show him the YouTube butthole nair guy.
It's just sort of like, I don't know. I just like, there are communities, but oh no, what did I do? But like this idea that it's, you know, I appreciate and love everybody in the YouTube community. Bullshit. No, you don't. You know, it would make more sense if he just said, I appreciate my community, you know, like which is, I don't know. That's a weird one. Anyway,
Maybe.
but it's I don't know. It just sounds like something that, is this guy even doing his own tweets anymore? Let's be honest. If you're that rich, you typing out your own tweets unless you're the president.
This is AI
Oh,
generated.
sorry, I didn't mean to say that last part.
This is AI generated. I'm not even convinced that.
Yeah, right. We think this
Beast
guy's
is-
typing his own words.
Beast is too busy with all of his other shit, dude. He's got an AI at MrBeast Twitter account that just does all this shit for him. Okay. He don't have to do any of this work. If he's already AI generating all that other shit, he's got an AI generated Twitter poster. I bet. But here, let's read this. AI generated slop he posted here. I love the YouTube community more than anyone can remotely comprehend. Doubt it. Already working on already working on changes like face swap should only be used to swap your face on your thumbnail, obviously not others. And overall, I'll build this more in a way to be inspirational for artists / as a tool and not replace them. Very good feedback. Like if it was a thing that you asked, hey, AI, what would be a good idea for my thumbnail this week based on what I'm talking about? And then it says, you could use a picture of Dean Withers and make big red text that says not a vape on it or whatever. That I mean, I still think that this AI shit is too out of control, but at least that is not like directly ripping off other currently made thumbnails or other creators' hard work to produce some fucking slop for you. You know what I mean? At least then they're actually giving you information to inspire you, as he says, and not just doing the work for you, printing out some fucking jumbled slop or whatever. But anyways, let's continue. And overall, I'll build this in more of a way to be inspirational for artists / a tool they use and not replace them. Very good feedback. My goal with view stats is to build tools to level the playing field between people like me and 300 employees and new creators that can't afford a small army. Also, isn't that part of the whole YouTube charm? I thought it has always been that there was some sort of like, yeah, you know, these H3s or these beasts eventually get to a point where they're like mega creators and they have tons of money to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Yeah, there are channels out there like that. But YouTube is the place where those people can start as a guy like me and Kevin here just talking shit. And then eventually we become that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Level the playing field. It's like, I always thought the playing field was the same. We just all start from the bottom and now we're here. You know, it's some people make it, some people don't. If AI is helping us all get to that point, I don't know if I want to, it takes the life out of it. You know what I mean? If AI slop is just putting us to the top.
Yeah, well, in that, to expand, I guess, a little bit on my thought of there not necessarily being an all-encompassing YouTube community, for me, that kind of died when all of the larger corporations built YouTube accounts and then decided to use their YouTube accounts as not even necessarily some complimentary form of content, but like every late night show host has their stuff on a YouTube channel. So you have like these major, massive corporations that make millions and billions of dollars on YouTube, and then like that could be in the same feed as, yes, you know, somebody unboxing an action figure with 20 views. So I don't know, like it's gonna always be difficult to level the playing field when you have big old studios and streaming services in the mix with you. But I agreed with what Harl said about, I don't think it doesn't level the playing field because it doesn't teach you how to do anything. If anything, it probably makes it worse. It makes you less capable of doing anything on your own.
I guess it's still leveling the playing field, right, Kevin? If they make everybody just fucking stupid and incapable, right? If they make everybody reliant on the AI machine to do everything for you, then yeah, it does kind of level the playing field, doesn't it? None of us ever have to think again. Yeah. How does that sound for everybody? We just know
we're all tied.
Thinks again.
Because nobody's playing anymore.
So let's keep being petty though, baby. We got all the pettiness right here for MrBeast. Okay. You know who MrBeast #1 hater is. It hasn't changed, baby. It's been the same #1 hater for the last like 5 years, dude. Ever since MrBeast decided to fuck with the wrong one on one of his MrBeast creator challenges. You thought you were going to fake a winner on one of your challenges and get away with it? Rosanna Pansino will never let you get away with it, MrBeast. She will never. She says, just talked with the team about an idea I'm really excited about. We'll build a website that allows you to insert yourself into anyone's @YouTube video with a single click and then upload it to your channel. It's only $300 a week, but you can finally create content like me. All proceeds go directly to my private jet costs. I love YouTube. Now, if she would have left it there, I would have been like, base, bitch, you just popped off on Twitter with one of the best fucking clapbacks against MrBeast I've ever seen you have. But then she follows it up with, Just kidding. Could you imagine actually being this greedy and this much of a tool? Well,
Oh,
I didn't need that much, bitch. Okay, you made it was funny before you said the dumb shit in the parentheses. Okay, delete it, edit, delete the end. Okay, just saying. It would have been funny if you would have just left off the just kidding, you dumbass.
Don't point at it. Come on, that's part of it.
It's a joke.
You gotta just stand confidently on your delivery and just hope the joke lands. And if it doesn't,
it would have too.
You just take notes for next time.
That would have landed, dude. That would have been so funny if you didn't follow it up with your dumbass shit. But thank you, Rosanna Pancino. We appreciate you being the #1 MrBeast hater of all time. She will never forgive him for slighting her that one time. I love it.
These came in at exactly the same time.
Everybody. Oh, chat's on the same fucking wavelength. That's for sure. So let's see what MrBeast's true response to all this is. Okay, we have a video response. Now, could this be AI? I don't know. I haven't put my detective eyes to this video enough. Maybe he made an AI response.
I realized MrBeast got cast in the new Shrek movie. That looks really realistic, dude. Is this Pixar?
All right, Mr.
Oh, is MrBeast the lead in Smile 3?
Okay, Kevin. When you get rich and you have jacked up teeth, you get veneers, bro. Quit fucking harping.
I just want to know how they fit him into his mouth.
When I get rich, when we make it off YouTube someday and I'm rich and famous, I'm gonna have veneers too. Okay, and I'm not hating on it. Okay, my teeth are jacked up too, Beast. I feel it. Okay,
not me.
I know.
I'm gonna put a little diamond on my tooth.
I've got these two little. You're gonna get rid of that dead tooth and replace it with a gold one.
Gonna need more mango to drown that out.
Oh dear Lord! But I got these two little baby teeth that are like permanent baby teeth. I would totally replace them with veneers, dude. I feel it all the way. But anyways, MrBeast here. He says, "Hey, thank you for all the feedback on ViewStats AI thumbnail tool. We pulled it." And we added a funnel for creators to find real thumbnail artists to commission. Now, this is some other level fucking dumbassery here, because clearly with this course correction, Beast knows exactly what he could have done to garner good attention online and good feedback. If he would have led with this and say, our ViewStats program or our ViewStats app will connect you directly to thumbnail artists that you can commission for easy thumbnails, you know, if he did that, it would be an overwhelming applause from people online. But I feel like his motivation isn't, oh, I'm MrBeast, I need to get more people to like me online. He's already the most fucking followed creator of all time ever. It doesn't matter. His motivations are no longer that. He doesn't care what people think about him anymore. He's too big. What he cares about is money. And that initially, that first thing would have been a mega stream of money to him if people didn't freak out and shit their pants about it. If he could just get people to sign up for the thing and use the thing, you know, that's tons of money for him. But in when it results in the way it did, where people are like, fuck you, dude, you fucking soulless freak. Then he comes back with this. Oh, okay. Now I know what
well,
the
how
good
can I
thing
make
to
money?
do is.
Ooh, I know. We'll just rebuild Fiverr. Good work, Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it really is. It's just going to be an app that you can do instead of going to Fiverr. Now you got MrBeast app. You click the fucking, you know, make me a thumbnail for $5. Bada bing, bada boom. They take a little bit off the top. You know how it is. Lunchly is a mistake. It's moldy apparently, but anyways, let's hear what Beast has to say. Okay.
AI thumbnail tool to help small creators make better thumbnails, and I thought people were going to be pretty excited about it, but I definitely missed the mark. If you open up Twitter, you know what I'm talking about. And
he thought people were going to be excited about the AI generated fucking thumbnail guy, where he literally says, "I'll steal the thumbnails from existing thumbnails for you, just for you." He thought people were going to be excited about that.
Dude, there is a certain tax bracket, Danny, where you are no longer capable of thinking like a normal human being, and you just cannot connect to. There it is. Yeah, you can't connect to them in any way, shape, or form. It's called the Rock syndrome, I think.
That's right. But I mean, yeah, how fucking stupid could you be? You think that people are actually going to be like, "Oh, what a genius. Thought of the, I never have to make a thumbnail again." You fucking moron, dude.
So I read all your guys' feedback, and I've been thinking a lot about it. And so we just enacted some changes that I think you guys will find positive. And so going forward, there is no AI thumbnail tool. Anyone from now on that signs up for ViewStats Pro, there will not be the AI thumbnail tool. It just doesn't exist. We pulled it down. And on top of that, I wanted to go one step further to really show artists out there that I care.
Shut the fuck up, dude. This is such fucking, this pisses me off beyond belief. This is so fucking stupid. To show artists that I really care. Motherfucker, you raised the biggest middle finger, dude. You pulled your pants down and showed your ass to any artist out there ever when you said, here is the AI tool that will steal every artist's thumbnail that they've ever made. And I got you direct access, only $5 to MrBeast pocket. Okay. You don't fucking, this is bullshit. Okay. You can say you fucked up and you changed your mind, but to be like, I have been thinking about the creator this whole time, and with the creator in mind, this is what we decided to do. You didn't give a flying fuck about anybody but your wallet when you made this decision at first. Okay. So don't act like you're like, oh, well, I actually really care. Okay. And I'm about to show you. No, this is course correction. This is, you're fixing a problem that you made, you fucking idiot.
I care so much that I pulled over to the side of the road and filmed this in my car. Multi-millionaire production value guy, Mr.
Well, I gotta
Beast.
shoot.
That's how much I give a shit about you guys. Filmed this in the Hardee's parking lot.
Jesus Christ, man. This guy is so full of shit. Like, I have just, this really sours me. This situation of all things. Beast has always been a questionable guy. I mean, maybe not always, but certainly since he's made it real big, people have been questioning some of the decisions he makes and yada, yada. And that happens as you become a bigger creator. But this is the first time for me where I've really sat here and been like, you're so full of shit. You're just lying through those fake fucking teeth right to our faces here in this video. Okay, this is the most obvious lying that I've ever seen from a creator on YouTube. Okay, Harrell says, "What's this? Did you see the interview with the Palantir guy, where the interviewer presses him on? Do you hope humanity continues to exist?" Well, me being the Palantir guy with humanity's best interests in mind.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends. You know, it depends on your definition of the word continuing. I mean, we're looking at this thing. Look, I understand your frustrations. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel here. We're looking at this thing from a bird's eye view. We're 10,000 feet in the air looking down. We're trying to look at it holistically. We're looking at taking actionable items and making lasting change. Okay. What was the question? Oh, what's a Hardee's? Yeah, it's made up. They're not real. I made that up.
Dear Lord. Okay, let's continue.
If you go on viewstats.com under our more tools section, it will say hire thumbnail artists. And if you click that, it'll take you to the page of artist portfolios where you can commission a real thumbnail artist to make you a real thumbnail. So basically turning this negative situation into something positive that helps artists generate more income doing what they love. And you know, I
mean, he says it there for you guys without, you know, any veiled language at all. He says, the original idea that I came up with to make AI steal thumbnails from other creators and just generate you some shit, fucking slop AI, was a negative idea. Negative. They're changing a negative idea, this dumbass idea that I came up with, to a positive one. So acknowledging that, yeah, your initial thought with this whole AI generated bullshit, dumbass. You're a dumbass. And I mean, Shadow made a good point earlier too. It is so fucking funny to me. We have like 1,000 different AI, Grok, Apple, ChatGPT, blah, 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 Siri, whatever the fuck else. We have so many AI generated fuckholes. So many fucking stupid bots that'll make me whatever the fuck I want if I ask it. Why do I need to pay Beast $10 to make me an AI fuck? Like, fuck you too for that.
It's very gracious of you to say it would only be $10, Danny. You're a real stand-up guy.
Don't you already have enough money, you fucking loser, dude? Make two people fight over a steak in a fucking desert or something for whatever challenge, okay? That's your thing. Fuck off with the thumbnail generated bullshit, okay? We don't need any of your help there. Just do your fucking Squid Games, fucking bullshit that you always do, and leave everything else alone. Shut the fuck up and make your millions, dude.
Yeah, like just go give some wells back to people who need wells. All right, go back to be that guy.
African wells are just great things for you to do. Shut the fuck up about everything else, you idiot.
care more than any of you could ever imagine about the YouTube community. I mean, obviously, I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. And so, you know,
you're full of shit, dude.
I take it so seriously.
I'm
you can tell because of how much thought I put into it beforehand.
Yeah, I'm the biggest YouTuber there is, dude. I care so much about YouTubers, obviously. It's like, fuck you. No, you got to be the biggest YouTuber that there is because you're cutthroat, honey. Okay? You don't care about what other people do, in fact. Okay? You're making
I care about all of you, and I care about this YouTube community. That's why when I saw the biting social commentary that is Squid Game, my first thought was, I'll put my compadres into one of those situations, and then I'll charge other people money to watch it. That was his thought. This Captain fucking Compassion here saw Squid Game and said, "Oh, that'd be cool. I should rip that." Unironically, just
Jesus.
Deeply makes me sad when I do something that you know, people in the community are upset by. And obviously, with view stats, my goal here is to build tools to help creators. And if creators don't want the tools, no worries. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
If creators don't want the tools, no worries. It's not a big deal. Don't worry, okay? If you don't want the AI generated tools from me, you know, Google or Twitter will certainly give you the option if you want it. I won't be the bad guy that presents you. You won't have to pay me for those tools, but somebody will make them. That's for certain. You know I'm serious when I call you honey. That's a first, isn't it?
So if you're an artist, go over to view stats, you know, make some extra money. And I also want to put out there that I guarantee you, I have spent more money on thumbnail artists than any other YouTuber in the world. I've probably spent more money on thumbnail artists than the top 100 creators combined. I mean,
wouldn't that give you the fucking mind frame that you would realize that this is a bad idea?
I love how he didn't think to not include how part of his original idea was a cost-cutting venture for his corporation. Yeah, wow. Vince McMahon called, Beast. He's very proud that you have picked up the torch.
Thank you, V-Dub. We're Clout AI will get right on making that. I think from now on, honestly, what we should do, Kevin, V-Dub's on the right idea. We should just steal every thumbnail that MrBeast makes. Every thumbnail that he does, we just repurpose it for our use. Every thumbnail. Fuck this guy. Okay? Maybe
and we just talk about it for 10 minutes to start the show.
Exactly.
And just clickbait the shit out of everyone.
Exactly, dude. You've got it. You cracked the code, okay? I know exactly how to clickbait these motherfuckers. To think that we actually clickbaited somebody with Dean Withers actually makes me happy, Kevin. I mean, this is why we do it, baby. This is why we do what we do, baby. This is why we do it, baby. Somebody saw this person, whoever that was earlier, saw the Dean Withers fucking clickbait thumbnail, and they're like, man, I just clicked on this motherfucker. They're talking about MrBeast and AI thumbnails. It's like, this guy totally clickbaited me.
Dude,
yeah, bitch.
Imagine,
motherfucker.
That thumbnail, and then you click it. Well, I just hope Jonna didn't join during the autoerotic asphyxiation part.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Could you imagine the
him?
Like, dude, these guys are talking about cranking it. What is going on here? You sons of bitches, I hate you.
I'm not
Oh, Danny, come on, dude.
I'm not calling you a bitch, Jonna. Okay, let me correct course here. I'm just saying that it is pretty interesting that, like, the idea of creating a thumbnail that's like clickable and somebody would look at and want to click on us. It's funny that we did it the way we did it, and then you clicked on it, and you're like, "Oh, hey, here's a video talking about Dean Withers." Then you get in here, and you're like, "Fuck." I think that is exactly what we wanted, in fact. But hey, still, shouts out to you for being here. I mean, we're not hating. We love new members to the audience. It's just very funny to me that it worked out that way, especially talking about all this Beast AI thumbnail stuff. That was a Kevin creation. Think about that. We don't need fucking Beast AI to pull people in, okay? We got thumbnail master Kev to hit you.
Our man-made clickbait. Thank you very much.
Exactly. We got thumbnail master Kev on the ones and twos to be like, bing, bang, boom. Check out this thumbnail. And then we got Jonah coming in and being like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit. I'll have you know that I have Liver King and MrBeast thumbnails locked and loaded, just in case, just in case there's a pivot.
Hey, Jonah, we're just playing around here a little bit, okay? I mean, you can certainly leave. That's fine, too. But
why don't we have more subscribers? Damn it, I can't figure it
out. Run the one out, okay? The one we got with the clickbait, and then I berate them until they leave. I call them a bitch to their face.
Clout route. Subscribe if you'd like to be verbally tarred and feathered by our president and CEO.
This is how we operate around here, folks.
You guys should see when I get a thumbnail wrong. He's like, oh my God, I'm calling in the vacuum cleaners.
Back to the drawing board, folks.
Back to the dungeon for you, Kevin.
No, we appreciate you all out there. Okay, we're just playing around. Okay, take a little second, breathe. We just joking around. See, I knew Jonah would come around. We love you, Jonah.
That might be sarcasm. I don't know. So I'm just
I'll take it.
Salute it, because that's right up my alley too.
I'll take it, folks. And you know what? Shadow says the W's in the chat for Jonah. I'm right there with you, folks. Gonna hit my vape.
Nice.
See, love it. You get it. You get it.
That's a great callback.
You get it. That's right. Sounds like you found you fit right in there, Jonah.
I mean, I have a small army of thumbnail artists that work for me. I'm looking to hire more thumbnail
Weird.
artists. So I just want to put that out there. And I have no intention of firing my thumbnail artists or anything. Like, this is, you know, just supposed to help make them more effective and blah, blah. And, you know what I'm saying? But regardless,
he's like, this thing that I made for you to make thumbnails easier, I'm not going to use it, okay? I'm not a poor. All right? You guys use washcloths in the shower.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
You guys use washcloths in the shower, okay? Me, I don't. I use gold bars, okay? And I don't use AI generated thumbnails, okay? I use actual artists because I am ascendant, okay?
Oh my God. I love that. Him and Tom Segura. I can't wait for MrBeast to be in a 2 Bears 1 Cave. And he's like, yeah, man, you see, it's like, you know, I think of generative AI like a lot like a washcloth. You know, you only ever find it in the poor households. We won't need it.
We're just leveling the playing field, okay?
regardless, it doesn't matter. The tool's down for future people that sign up for ViewStats Pro. And yeah, now it's a funnel to help artists make more money. So I'm really excited. Go check it out. Hey, go to viewstats.com and click on the Hire the Artist tab and, you know, go commission real artists, help them make more money. So take care, guys.
I mean, ultimately, we can say shouts out to the guy for correcting the course, you know, for fixing the issue, I guess. You came back around. Now you've got a creator initiative on your little app. All right. That it's great that you corrected course, but you're definitely phony as shit. And I see through everything, bitch. Okay, Beast, we're on your ass, motherfucker. Okay. Don't fucking think for a second that you're not on notice. You're on fucking notice, brother.
Dude, I mean, we just did a segment on the Liver King. You just gotta, so just whatever you do, don't travel to the state where MrBeast is, because we already know how that would play out.
Exactly.
You'll be arrested.
Exactly. All right. Where are we at? Oh my gosh. We're half an hour over on our bonus episode,
Woo.
Kevin. What the fuck are we doing here?
Oh, is it like the bonus episode gets bonus time or something?
Can I show you? Will you humor me for one more second?
Well, it'll probably need to be longer than that, but absolutely.
Probably. But I did bring some clips explicitly for you. So I want to kind of show them.
Are they exclusive or they explicit?
Explicit.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Yeah. Hang on. I think I have something for this.
No, but I've got a couple Hassan ball busters to show. Okay. Kevin, I know Kevin loves every time we stop, take a second to bust the big man's balls. So we will do it here. A little Hassan ball buster. Here is XQC having a little check-in with our buddy Hassan. Kevin, can you guess what happens? Can you guess what unfolds in this clip? I bet you can. Take one stab. Let's take one stab, Kevin, and guess what XQC is about to stumble upon in a Hassan stream.
A chair.
State of reaction content on Twitch is so broken. These creators feel
Wait, can I phone a friend? Is it
camera and saying
final
outright,
answer?
I'm stealing this guy's content. Pay me instead of him. This is not a healthy environment. And with people like Hassan reacting to entire TV shows on stream.
Check Azan stream.
Check Azan stream.
What was that?
Check Azan. Azan. Oh shit.
Can we get a think about this?
So just take that in for a second. Take that in for a second. That randomly, okay? There is, I mean, say what you want about Hassan or whatever the fuck. There is a little bit of humor to be found in the guy that constantly gets accused of being the cherry act guy. And then XQC just randomly decides, hey, why don't we pop in and check on what's up with the old boy? And lo and behold, somebody took a bathroom break.
You know, I think the odds on this are closer to a coin flip than anyone would want to admit.
That's right. I think you're not wrong there. I think you're not wrong there.
State of reaction.
He's like, huh, interesting. Oh, love that. Okay. Love that. Love that for Hassan. We've got one more. Okay. So you know how we were looking last episode? We looked at the Ethan Klein lawsuits, and I even showed you a little bit of a lawyer, a law tuber, okay, commenting on some of the legal aspects of the whole situation. And I've got a fucking banger for you here from one of our legal experts, Legal Mindset, okay, the guy that we were actually looking at that last stream. He has something to say about Hassan commenting on the Ethan Klein lawsuits. Now, I know, like I said, I know Kevin loves to see the Hassan L's, so prepare yourself for a deep Hassan L here. Let's watch Legal Mindset, folks. Go check him out. I like Legal Mindset. He's better than that one lawyer guy. Remember the one lawyer guy that was like, I make mac and cheese for underage ladies to cross state lines to eat. Remember? Who was this guy? You remember? You know who I'm talking about? It was like this fat, schlubby looking law tuber. I can't remember his fucking name.
I don't remember his name. I only remember that he makes the best pizza casserole in the state, but is only available to interested young ladies that are willing to travel. But you're not allowed to cross state lines because I don't think he can. Well, I mean, he's a lawyer, so he's got his reasons.
Pizza casserole. Come get my pizza casserole, kids. What the fuck? Anyways, that's not this guy. That's that other fucked up guy that we can't remember his name. This is Legal Mindset. He's actually not bad. At least I haven't heard any pedophile adjacent comments out of Legal Mindset's mouth. So, I mean, you know, I shouldn't be talking like this about legal, like lawyers online, because who else is going to sue you?
Yeah, of all the people to maybe pull your punches with, yeah,
that's right. Yeah, maybe
pretty high on the list, I think. But
maybe I should chill out. I should ask that guy for a piece of that pizza lasagna sometime.
You're gonna have to drive to pick it up, Danny.
No.
Vexatious litigant. Let's stop there. So pseudo-intellectuals like Hassan like to use big words that they don't understand. The word vexatious litigant does not just mean someone who files a lot of lawsuits. That is, you know, it's not just that. A vexatious litigant is someone who files lawsuits with no merit, meaning they're going to get immediately dismissed, meaning these are lawsuits with no legal basis. And what you never hear from Hassan is you never hear him talking anything at all about the legal basis. Now, if he wants to argue that the system is broken, that's fine. And in fact, even myself and other law tubers have admitted that, yes, parties with a lot of money tend to do better in court. That is very much true. And we've admitted that and talked about that.
I feel like that's just most guys. I feel like that's a common sense thing to gather. The money helps. In what situation does money not help?
Like when you're buried alive, I think that's
right.
Off the cuff, that's the only one I can think of.
There you go. Okay.
Because how are you going to?
I've been a critic.
You know?
If you got your cell phone, though, it's amazing what things you can accomplish. Okay, you got your cell phone down there 6 feet under in a coffin. You know, you don't have to punch yourself out like Uma Thurman. You just give it a little ring. Hopefully, your cell service goes through. I guess that might be a problem, but I don't know. I'm not an expert.
Bad time to find out you're roaming.
of that when it comes to certain cases like with Walt Disney and the Walt Disney Corporation. That can be a problem. But throwing out words like vexatious litigant kind of goes against the rub here, because you have to admit that it has merit if you can come up with no legal argument against the case. Not an emotional argument, not a claim of bias, not any other claim. You have to tell me, Hassan Piker, why legally they will win. Your orbiters will win, and Ethan Klein will lose. Otherwise, it is a meritorious claim. That's a big word you can use now. Meritorious, Hassan.
I do love how he's giving him like vocabulary lessons. He's like, vexatious or whatever that you said, you fucking idiot. You have no idea, okay? It's actually
vivacious.
meritorial.
You and your voluptuous lawsuits.
I'll show you voluptuous, okay? You just grab them, Hassan, okay? You just grab them.
And when you're a lawyer, they let you grab them right by the plaintiff.
Which are going to get past a motion to dismiss, which is, just to explain for you, for Hassan and for everybody out there, that's the first step. Now, that does not mean Ethan Klein will ultimately prevail. Ethan Klein may very well lose this case. Now, we've said, hey, doesn't look good for Hassan's orbiters. It's looking kind of bad for Hassan's orbiters. I think, in all fairness, the odds are on Ethan here, but they're never 100%. There's always a chance that your orbiters can prevail.
So there you go. There's always a chance, legal mindset says, but it's not looking good.
We got lawyers out here saying orbiter 3 times in 8 minutes. That is incredible. My favorite part, though, Danny, was at the very beginning, when he called out Hassan Michael Scott Piker for doing one of my favorite bits from The Office, which is when Michael Scott, or Ricky, if you're a Trailer Park Boys fan, just hits you with that wonderful phrase that makes a lot of sense.
Are you saying that they use words and phrases that are out of their depth? Rocket appliances?
That's true. Yes.
Vexatious litigant. Okay.
They're very asymmetrical with their. That had a lot of syllables. That had to work, right? It is fun. I like it.
Well, there it is, folks. This is your bonus episode, 2 hours, 35 minutes. You heard it. Jonah loves the Trailer Park Boys. That's the show, folks. Okay, we're gonna get out of here. We have actually been here longer than what we ever would have thought, but we've got through some of these topics that we missed on the last show. Okay, there's a lot going on with the Ethan Klein and the Anissa Joma and the Ian Joma and the Creator Clash, and all this drama has eaten all of our time on the show. So we knew we had to come back for an extra special one to give you some of those side tangents that you wouldn't get otherwise, right?
Otherwise, we just go 5 hours a week. We could,
I bet we could be regular old Hassan Piker streamers. I bet we could go 8 hours a day if we really tried. You think that motherfucker can outdo us? I don't think so.
I'd have to buy a much nicer chair, Danny, if it's going to get that much screen time.
But anyways, this is the part of the show where we get to the chat and we shout you out if you're here and watching, okay? We love to engage with the chat. The chat is the best. And I think our friend, shouting them out right at the top, our friend Jonah K, nice meeting you. Have a good night. We appreciate you, Jonah, for stopping in, for getting baited by the click.
Or Jonah.
Okay?
I'm not sure.
Jonah, whatever it is. Well, I say Jonah because Joma is very close to Jonah. So I think Jonah. But anyways, we appreciate you showing up, hanging out, taking a joke in stride, okay? Appreciate you. We always love to see new people around.
That's right. That's right.
Jonna.
Boom.
Jonna K. All right. So shouts out to Jonna. We've also got
You also got B-Dub in the chat there. I got you. No problem.
Thank you for picking that up, what I'm putting down. We got V-Dub in the chat. Shouts out to V-Dub. Appreciate you. What a guy to help us out with the show every week, to show up and hang out. We love V-Dub. Shouts out to our buddy across the pond. We got Hash. Can't wait till I'm rich one day and can hire you guys to stream full time. Hash, that is such a touching comment. We appreciate you. Shouts out to Hash, longtime viewer and good friend of the Clout Route.
That's right, Hash. We'll be your court jesters any day.
Any day, okay? Honestly, clearly, you don't even have to pay us. We'll just show up and do it for you because we love you that much. We'll show up extra days of the week, in fact, to do it because we love it. We love what we do, folks.
And if you hit 5 more consecutive donation goals, we will eat a piece of bread from Subway live on stream. So.
We get 1,000. We get 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and I'm fucking sucking. I'm boofing something
that escalated very quick.
I'm boofing something big. Okay, something big and huge, just for
a
you.
Subway sandwich. Jersey Mike's.
All right, from the top, we've got Pass #1 in chat, but then we've got Headbug, Evening Eggs. Appreciate you, Headbug. Nice to see you tonight. Go ahead and pull that back.
No, I just wanted to see I paid for a pickle, so just all that bread talk was a little too far. Sorry.
Yeah,
guys.
yeah. Okay, take your pickle and shove it. We got Poland Spring executive producer here listening to the show live, participating in chat. We love executive producer Poland Spring. I like the later time. It doesn't interfere with softball or Lad Summer. Shouts out to Lad Summer and all those high noons you'll be drinking in between bumps or lines of cocaine, actually.
Oh, yeah. High noons keep the lad bod away.
That's right. That's right. V-Dub's got his anxiety pen ready. Sleek's wondering which Smurf I am. I'm not Papa Smurf. Papa Smurf's like the all-knowing guy. You know, the only Smurfs I know, Papa Smurf, and then like the token lady Smurf, like blonde-haired bimbo bitch Smurf. So
I'm just saying, an entire community of people who all dress the same and they call the leader Papa.
Sounds like the H3H3 community, doesn't
Might as well be Jonestown. Right? I can tell you what Papa Smurf's real name is, Danny. It's David Koresh.
I hear them saying Papa Bless, okay? That's just a repurposed Smurfs, okay? And I mean, there's even like Jewish stereotype undertones in Smurfs somewhere in there if you look at it close enough. So you could probably, the Ethan Klein connection is there, okay?
Damn, did I just get canceled?
I said Jewish. Uh-oh.
Oh, man. I did not. The Smurfs are not a cult, all right? The Smurfs are our greatest ally, honestly. What's good for the Smurfs is what's best for America. Danny, what else is on chat here? Let's forget I said anything.
Chris says, my weed cart is definitely an anxiety pen. I mean, I think that Dean Withers is just lying to us, folks, okay? There is definitely... That pen is jacked up with some THC that's got him on another level that he'll just rip right into chat whenever they say something about it.
He's like Jack Black in Tropic Thunder. He's like, oh, you can stick me to those fucking jelly beans.
Exactly. So thank you, Chris. Shouts out to Chris for being there. Hash also here and also great. We've said that, I think. But might as well say it twice. Kanga was here, that's for sure. I'll find a Kanga chat here in a second. Shadow Humor, retard leftists are a dime a dozen. Man, you can tell I've had too many shots that I just read that off the rip. No redacted, nothing. Sorry about that, folks. But Shadow may be onto something. I don't know. Who am I to judge?
I can see the edit now. One day in the future, you get in a debate with someone on the right wing.
There's going to be an Ethan Klein clip compilation of
a Willie Mack show style. video where to counter every point you make, they play your own clip of what you just read?
Damn it. They got me. Okay. So Kangalop was here. Oh Lord. I think Kanga tuned in when we were like deep in some conversation you probably don't want to tune right into. That's for sure.
Yeah,
Well,
hard
we
to pinpoint
appreciate
which topic that could have been today, but we're glad you stuck through it with us, Kang.
Thank you, Kangalo. We always appreciate you, seeing you in chat. What a friend. What a friend that Kangalope. V-Dub became a new member. We want to shout that out. He also donated twice. He's going to need me to buy a pickle. And I need to make some AI MrBeast thumbnails for him. So that's next show. Also next show, when is the freak tier list? That'll be with Maggot and Bunny on the flip side. Okay. So tune in for that. Harles was here. You guys cover more than enough freaks over here. It's like a freak list every week. That's for sure. You're not wrong, my friend. We did shout out Jonah, not a bot, a genuine viewer. Okay. Shouts out to Jonna. I'm sorry.
You'll get it.
You show up a couple more times, I'll get it eventually. That's right. I think we've gotten through most of the chatters. We appreciate y'all. V-Dub says a spicy one. Has the episode been a spicy one, or you want me to get a spicy pickle? I'm not sure, but either way, folks, Tuesday, 7:00. Okay. 1 hour later. Like I said, I will be posting about this, but 7:00, we will be here. We'll shoot the shit for a little bit. 7:30 comes along, and Bunny and Maggot will join us for quite the show. Okay, we've got lots of questions to ask our two friends in the commentary community. Bunny with all of her Madhouse adventures, Maggot with her wall banger stuff. We've got tons to talk about, so make sure you're here for it. And if you don't catch it live, you can always catch it on the rewind. As V-Dub says, I'll find out the next morning. What a morning after to have with the Clout route, okay?
Show or after you eat those spicy pickles?
Well, you know, you maybe take a couple Tums after those spicy pickles. But either way, Chris says, always fun, guys. We appreciate you, Chris. We will catch you all on the flip side. Like I said, tune in for that Tuesday episode. You won't want to miss it. These ladies are way more entertaining than us guys could ever hope to be. Okay, so don't miss it. We will catch you on the flip side. Peace.